go, guys. Oh, I have your token still on your face. Let me shut your token off, and I have to turn on
Nope.
Ileana's. I did the other the other one. So, and Azalea. Got Azalea off, and Lady Cardia, and I'm gonna turn on Ileana because poor Lizzie is sick. Has been sick all week, so she might be in the chat. So Lizzie, if you are in the chat, I hope you're feeling better. So, all right, Prometheus. I see that you're kicking this off early. So, for you, you get the Templeton twirl. Okay, completing that card. I almost gave it back, but I'm like, no, can't have it back. And for those of you who are new, who want to know what I am talking about, I'm talking about my Stream Loots cards, which is a way for you guys, the audience, to actually interact and affect the game using basically virtual card packs that you can get cards that have varying rarities and things like that, up to and including, like, you can name and add an NPC to my game, which Prometheus already did to the Wednesday game. So what do you mean you can't see Virla?
Her token's on her face.
Oh, yeah, Virla. Nobody wanted to see Virla anyway, apparently.
Wow.
Ta-da! Ta-da! Okay, it's fixed. It's fixed, guys. It's fixed. Thanks, Caitlin. Well, Virla just looks that much like her character that, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't recognize it. That's what it was. I'm claiming that. So yes. So the Stream Loots cards, and you can check those out here if you are interested. I think there actually might be a couple of community packs still available. I don't think somebody bought 5 last game. I think it was Visenia bought 5 last game. And I think there might be a couple left. So act now and grab those if you would like, including my cast, if you guys want to get some packs and torture me. So, which somebody did again. The poor Wednesday crew was going through their first dungeon, and I think it was probably Prometheus again. Prometheus has, I think, the largest collection of cards. Actually added a damned encounter to the dungeon that they were in, their first dungeon, and they're all like, oh, okay. They're trying to rest, and so, and thanks, Unrield, for resubscribing. What just happened? Are people resubscribing? I have Mustang CJ resubscribed. Caitlin, you decided to stick around too. I don't know why. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. Is that it? Is that all? Yeah. For now. Okay. So, the other thing that we're doing this month, and I give huge credit to Virla at this point, because she plots and schemes in the best way. So I did a Trevor Project charity last month for Pride Month, and I figured, you know, it's kind of silly to just, you know, step up, do a charity because it's Pride Month, especially since the crap that's actually going on against the LGBTQ community doesn't stop at Pride when Pride Month ends. So I wanted to continue the charity project to extend it to what I'm calling Beyond Pride. See, so creative. And we're still, you know, we still have the charity thing up there, and Here, let's see. You guys starting a hype train? You guys are amazing. Why are you guys so amazing? Damned hype trains. So if you don't know what the Trevor Project is a charity that offers services and resources to help the LGBTQ plus community, especially in the area of at-risk people. So right now, with the current like socio-political landscape, especially in the southeastern United States, there are a lot of at-risk people in the LGBTQ plus community. So they're really needed now more than ever. And I'm trying to do what I can to help support them. So if you can, and it doesn't break your bank, if you'd like to donate, I posted the link in the chat, but it's also down below in my about section. So thank you in advance if you can help. But as I had mentioned, Virla has plots and plans to extend as part of this extension where we have goals and stretch goals. The first goal is if we hit goal, I'm going to do the Pocky one chip challenge on stream. Yes.
Oh my god.
I saw
So
Riley's
good.
face. I've done it twice already, and both times my suffering has allowed me to hit goal. So I will do it again and again and again if I can actually, earn the money for the charities that I'm supporting. So for those of you who don't know what the Pocky One Chip Challenge is, it is a single tortilla chip that is, well, I don't know what your heat tolerance is out there, but a jalapeno is about 800 on the Scoville scale, which is the scale that measures heat, like food heat, especially in peppers. The one chip challenge is right around 2 million. So I've done it before, and it literally feels like you're being stabbed in the stomach. And I've actually eaten a Carolina Reaper pepper, and that I won't repeat. That was a one time only. I wanted it, I was feeling FOMO, I guess, of all these other people that have eaten a Carolina Reaper pepper, and I did it, and it definitely tasted like sweet peppers and regret. So I'll just put that out there. But yes, for charity, I will suffer. I will do the one chip challenge, but we have stretch goals, which will be coming soon, including one shots, and in the end, a battle royale between all the cast members. We'll do like they'll make custom versions of their characters so that they're all on the same level, and they'll duke it out. And we'll do something. Maybe we'll take like weird bets on who's gonna survive. My bet is on Lady Cardia, because she can heal and is buff. She's like got strength. And
That's true. I
and
didn't
she
think
can
about the
fly.
buff part.
And she can fly.
Okay, I wasn't gonna do battle royale yet, but now I'm in.
So yeah, I'm putting my money on Lady Cardia.
Yeah, that's actually a great point.
And
I believe in the paladins.
the smites. Maybe you have to hit her though. Can you fly?
Smite plus lay on hands, they can also heal themselves, right?
And I'm
True.
small, so if I'm up here and small, you can't. How you gonna get me?
Well,
Depends on what level we're gonna be. If we're
javelins.
level 20, I can fly.
guiding bolt.
Level 20,
no
I can
way.
fly faster.
Oh yeah, guiding bolt. Yeah.
Guiding bolt on a cleric is ridiculous. She casts that at a higher level.
Yeah, that's not even fair that they can do that.
At 120 feet. So Lady Cardia is going to be on the other side of everything. And
Well, you know what the real thing is nobody's gonna want to hit Lady Cardia. That's the real
true.
armor.
She has that whole I'm cute and
You
deflective.
cry.
Why would you ever hurt me?
hurt me. All I ever did was heal you.
I would
Yep.
just like stab myself so I don't have to hurt.
Lady Cardia wins by guilt.
Yeah.
She guilts
I'm literally not
everyone.
going to hit a single person. I'm just going to fly in the air going like this the whole time. Can't hurt me.
Yep. It's gonna be like that. So like I said, my money's on Lady Cardia. And I'm sticking to that story. But so that being said, just a reminder that my Friday game is on hiatus at the moment as I rebuild the cast, which I have pretty much just about done. So I'm just getting everyone, all the rest of the cast kind of up to speed. We're working on backstories and stuff like that. So we will be returning soon. But there are still my other games, my Monday and Wednesday game that you can see and basically wreck with your random encounters. I'm gonna have to put probably gonna have to up the rarity of that one and put a like a. Well, I already have I'm only doing it once per game session, so like there's that. Especially today, since you guys are going to be on the water, that's exceptionally mean. I'm looking at you, Prometheus. But yeah, so that's where we're standing right now. But where we left off last game was we did an introduction of a brand new friendly ghost, Casper, who ingratiated himself, because Amy K is playing a he, by utterly failing to pretend to be a sailor. And things got kind of weird with the ship. Like, they were bound to leave that day, but something happened that caused the delay on the ship. Somebody fouled the rudder chain, so that is currently being worked on. So there's a couple of days now that they have to wait before they can sail off into the maelstrom. And that was with Charlotte and Casper and Ileana. And Ileana was the one who kind of, pinged her and realized not a sailor. Which, Amy, I gotta say, that was awesome. It was like, oh, I'm totally a sailor just like you. Love sailing and ropes and things like that. And yeah, it was great.
I love that I failed that because it just introduced him so well.
You rolled a 1 on your on the basically was it a deception check? I think it might have been a deception
Yeah,
check.
something like that. Yeah.
Basically, it was either deception or performance, but either way, it was like bump bump dum, not a sailor. So today we are going to kind of pick it up with, I believe, Ilithia and Azalea and Cardia are back at the inn at this point throughout the day. So I'm going to say you guys
necessarily
were
met
like,
them yet, right?
You haven't met Casper. Now I'm going to put this out there, since technically you have a day, because the they basically spent the day fucking around with Casper, and they went and basically put in an order to get a new piece of that rudder chain so that it can be replaced, which will take a couple of days to fit and build and make and whatnot. So they had to go see the shipwright and get that order in. So if there's anything that the three of you might need while going on to an aquatic journey, like, I don't think, Riley, you weren't there for the stint, the little shopping thing with up.
You know about Pickerins?
Yep. It's called Pickering's Salvage and Sale.
Oh.
And that was given to you guys as recommended as the best place for adventurers to equip, because a lot of it's a kind of a right on the docks, and the proprietor buys and sells gear, items, things like that people find. So he has a mixture of adventuring gear, like pretty much anything you'd need going out onto the ocean, as well as a smattering of magic items. So if there's things that you might want to get, you can do that. Somebody bought, okay, no, I was eating. Got the self-repairing clothing. So if you guys need anything,
we all got Cloak of the Manta Rays, so you can add that to your character sheet, Riley.
Cool.
Which is exceptionally useful.
Cloak of the Manta Ray, amazing. And I mean, on top of that, I already have the Trident of Fish Command. So what else could I need?
I remember you buying that. That was the best. You bought
it is
that.
gonna come so in handy at some point. Everybody laughed when I got the Trident, but it is gonna. We are looking for pirates on the sea. It is going to come into favor at some point. Because somebody asked, the Trident of Fish Command is a magical weapon with 3 charges. You use an action expending 1 charge to cast Dominate Beast. For a beast that has a innate swimming speed, and it recharges every dawn.
Yep. So yes, the images of an owlin riding atop the back of, say, a blue whale.
What I was thinking and hoping, or a shark,
like a megalodon.
Yeah.
God.
See, this is going to be amazing one day. But realistically, rest of the group,
Red flag.
is there anything that you guys feel like I could use? Because nothing comes to mind for me. I don't have anything in my brain that I'm like, oh, I should prepare for this. But
I think
if
you
anybody
guys were buying potions of water breathing. Because I don't think the Cloak of the Manta Ray allows you to breathe underwater, does it? Or does it just give you a swim speed?
breathe underwater.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then you
Breathe
don't need that.
underwater.
And Charlotte also has water breathing and water walk spells.
Good.
The only thing that I added that's kind of nice, I don't know how it will help you, Cardia, is I have gloves of swimming and climbing. I don't know how that'll help you with flying, if it would help you, but maybe if you look at that.
Don't think they'll help her with flying, but the Cloak of the Manta Ray gives you a swim speed.
Okay.
So I think that's pretty much one of the things. I think the gloves of climbing and swimming just give you advantage on the athletics checks to do stuff like that. I don't know if it actually gives
Ocean
you
vacation. I think I'm good.
But
I think I'm
also,
ready.
You also have to keep in mind your what should we call it? Wow, I'm really like drawing a blank on the word. I'm sorry, guys. I am. What did you
That
say?
important. Head empty, no thoughts.
Yes, head empty, no thoughts. Well, I'm rocking like 3 hours of sleep right now because I was at.
I know, you poor man.
You'll see why. You guys will see why.
Yeah, I don't have anything coming to mind that I'm like, ooh, I meant to get this. So I will say with caution and excitement at the same time that I think Lady's good. I think she's ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pick this up then. I'd say about lunchtime for all of you. Actually, no, I'm gonna take it from breakfast, since that's where I took it with the other group. They got up you guys had separated because Charlotte and them wanted to go and check on the ship, make sure things were all good and prepped and ready to go. Which, you know, it was. Charlotte got introduced to like the captain, some of the crew. And then that whole shenanigans with Casper happened. So we're gonna pick it up from breakfast. Just after breakfast, when you guys separate. You eat your breakfast. It's, as usual, it's a hearty meal. With... Bless you.
Bless you.
I tried to mute it, it didn't work. Sorry.
Santi.
Oh, Jesus. I don't want that. Thank you.
I just find it fun to say, that's all.
It makes my skin burn. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
It's like, why are you smoking
Sorry.
right now? But, you know, it was a hearty breakfast. There's often elements of seafood and fish in just about anything because it is the most plentiful here, being right on the coast and constantly being fed by fishermen. So you finish up breakfast and Charlotte and that crew head off to the to do what they were doing. The one thing is Edie was notably absent. So, you know, at first, I mean, you guys are thinking that she's just sleeping in. So...
We have a sleepover, though?
Yeah, we had a sleepover.
Yeah. And she was there
She
when
snuck out.
Alithia got up, still asleep.
Mm.
So, who wants to do the honors? Who wants to do the wake up, sleepyhead?
To Edie?
Because it's about that time. You guys have to get your day going. As far as it goes, this right now, you still think that the ship is ready to go. You guys don't know that some shit happened on the docks.
I guess it would probably be Lady, since we just had our super epic sleepover that everybody wishes that they went to.
I'm probably walking behind you, just like, Lady, I think I know we have to go in a second, but maybe we should let her sleep.
But do you think that she'd get super left out or feel really bad that we left her? Maybe she's super hungry for breakfast, and and she kind of looks over at Edie and sees like she looks almost kind of soft sleeping, which doesn't happen a lot. Are you sure? She does look really peaceful and nice, and this is probably the nicest I've ever seen her look. She's so relaxed. Maybe she should get a full day's sleep or something. She might wake up feeling a lot better in general.
I should carry her over my shoulder, so she can keep sleeping.
Matt, what's best for you? Do you want us to take her with us or leave her?
I would say wake her up.
Okay. Yeah. She actually, though, steps in front of Virla and is like, "You may forget, I'm actually stronger than you. So I'm happy to take her." And she kind of goes to do like a bridal carry with Edie.
That's such a flex, pun intended. It's like, yeah, I just wanted to remind you, I'm stronger than you.
And she realizes before she ever... So at this point, because Lady is very wanted in the world, there's wanted posters of her all over the place, but maybe Matt prepared for this from day one because she has a hat of many disguises. So before she goes to pick up Edie, she puts on her little hat of disguises, and what pops up is a little tiny top hat, some big round glasses, and a mustache. And she says, "Okay, I'm ready now." And she goes to pick up Edie.
All right, so you guys head upstairs to go back to the slumber party room, which was amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
And I believe Charlotte, you left. You left Volpini with them. So you left Volpini at the.
Yep.
At the inn. So when you guys go up there and you open the door, first and foremost, you see Volpini sitting in the middle of the floor with what looks to be a letter.
Hey, Viola, my hands are a little full. Would you mind reading the letter?
Well, hold on before we get that. But the bed that Edie slept in is empty.
Thought I was carrying her.
No. You were going up to the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So the bed that she was sleeping in is empty. And who grabs the letter? Alithia? Was that what you were saying?
Yeah.
You can
I'll
see
do
that
it.
it is sealed. And it has Charlotte written on one side of it.
It says Charlotte. Should we open it?
And ladies takes a little peek under the bed, and then there's a little chair in the corner, and she kind of just scoots out of the way and looks under. She's like, "Well, I don't see her anywhere in here, and I'm a little nervous. I don't feel really right about it, but I was gonna say let's read it, but knowing Charlotte, she'd want us to at least ask her. Maybe, yeah,
Consent is important. Okay,
yeah,
I'll
I
just,
guess."
I'll just. But what's Volpini doing?
Well, once you take the letter from Volpini trots out the door.
I don't trust that thing.
Volpini?
Yeah,
What do you not trust about Volpini?
I don't know. I guess I'm just not an animal lover.
Hey, Volpini, can you come back here 1 second? Can Volpini come back?
Yeah, you hear the click clack of Volpini's nails on the wood as she returns to the room.
And Lady just kind of goes up to her and just kind of does a little frame around her face. She's not touching her. If it was here, it'd be like, "Look at this. Look at that little nose. You're telling me that you're sus about that little thing? Now look at me." And she kind of tries to make the same face as Volpini. Just
They are both owl faces, by the way. And Volpini just kind of does the curious owl tilt, where the head just kind of goes a little bit too far for a creature.
And Lady completely copies her, and she thinks it looks really cute to her. She's like, "Look at us, doing little owl things together." But maybe to outsiders, it is two owls craning their neck uncomfortably far. And she kind of snaps her neck back up really quick. He's like, "See, nothing to worry about. Just two cute owls," and kind of gives her a little pat. All right. Sorry, what were we doing?
Volpini turns around and starts trotting down the hallway again.
I don't trust you.
And Lady again is like, "Just remember, it's all okay, right?"
I trust you because you can talk. That thing?
We'll keep working on that, but I'm pretty concerned about Edie. I know you don't trust her, but should we follow her? She probably knows where Charlotte is, so Charlotte can read this note.
Well, I can wait. Why are we following the owl thing? Why are we following Volpini?
Because that's Charlotte. So Volpini is probably going to Charlotte. And remember that note? Okay, so let me start over. So we walked into the room, and I was going to carry Edie. And then I got really prepared to do that. And I got my little top hat disguise on. And then we walked in, and I looked under the bed, and then I looked under the chair, and you said, "Look, this note's here." And then Volpini and I did our cute little owl thing, and then Volpini walked away. And so that's where we're at. Do you have any more questions?
Just a lot of questions, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay,
But we should probably find Edie. It feels this place is weird. People keep disappearing. What if Charlotte is gone as well?
And then you see Lady's eyes get really big. She's like, "I didn't think about Charlotte being gone.
I know.
I didn't and she just like gives you a quick look and then just turns around and Volpini, come back. Where's Charlotte? Where's Charlotte? And she's like in the hallway of this inn. Just so I don't know what time in the morning it is. Just Volpini, where's Charlotte? Charlotte?
It's probably
Charlotte?
about 10 bells at the moment. Volpini just stops at the top of the stairs, like kind of looks back at you, and then just trots down the stairs.
Wait, where is Azalea? Should we see? Well, what if she's also? What if it's just you and me?
Lady
No,
looks like she's
Azalea
about
was
to
at
pass
breakfast
out.
with you, so Azalea should be downstairs
me.
at the table.
Yeah. I would imagine Azalea is hearing the commotion of Charlotte.
Yes, you do hear Lady Cardia yelling from upstairs for
Oh
Charlotte,
my god.
and you can see Volpini trotting down.
Fierla, she's going downstairs. She's going downstairs with Oz. So I'm gonna assume that they're kissing at breakfast. So we gotta go, Fierla. And like she's just quick tipping. It's a good thing she put a disguise on before this, because everybody, a very good disguise of a top hat and mustache.
Yeah,
Because everybody
because owlins have mustaches, can grow facial hair.
And you just see like Azalea probably, because I'm assuming the stairs kind of maybe go down where Oz could be.
Yeah, it goes right down into the inn, so it's in the inn proper. You pass the bar on your way.
She just sees like a fluffy, feathered out, like such a stressed out, just like she went from having like the best day of her life to like waking up to a potential nightmare. The sleepover was so amazing. She's crashing really hard now, and just looking around, just Charlotte, is she in here? And she kind of makes eye contact with Azalea, and like not joking, her eyes are just, oh my god. And she walks over, she's Azalea, Edie's gone, and she left this note and it's for Charlotte, but then Charlotte's gone and she's not anywhere, and I left Olivia upstairs and she could be gone by now if we don't get up there quickly, and people are disappearing.
Okay. Let's just go upstairs. Let's just go upstairs. I'll follow you. and we'll
Alithia,
see.
did you come down with us?
I don't think she.
I think I'm just up the stairs, just like I can. As she ran downstairs, I'm like, I can cast this spell to find.
Okay, then Lady Lady doesn't even let Oz finish, but just grabs her and is like, upstairs, we gotta go upstairs. It's bad stuff happening up there, and kind of gets up to the stairs when she sees Alithia. She's like, oh my god, I thought Alithia was gonna be gone if I went downstairs too far. And she's like,
okay, deep breath.
heaving.
Deep breath. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Exactly.
Easy.
Okay.
We don't want the mustache to melt off. Okay.
Yes, of course. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Right. Wait. Charlotte or Edie? I can find one of them.
She freezes. She cannot choose between the two.
Well,
Right.
we just saw Charlotte this morning, so
Oh, she's
right.
she woke up early, I think.
Okay, I can't remember. Sorry, it's
Yeah.
been a few days.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
you guys spent the night together, though.
Mm.
So
That's why Charlotte let Azalea sleep in.
That's okay. Yeah. Okay.
Well, we also spent the night together, the three of us, just in a different way.
So, did she say anything at the sleepover?
She was cryptic.
Oh, those are sleepover secrets.
Oh,
Those are sleepover secrets.
Listen, I understand I didn't attend the sleepover, but if we're trying to get to the bottom of this mystery here, you might have to work with me, lady.
There can be no details, but Alithia, you may what's the word? Agree or disagree with me, but I would believe, based on our conversations that are secret at the sleepover, I don't think that there was any. I didn't pick up on any signals.
Well, that's
yes.
good to hear, but not good to hear. I kind of feel Oz is like, uh-oh, well, if that's not the case, that's nerve-wracking.
All right. I'm just gonna I would like to cast locate object.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember what Edie wears, but I'm gonna pick something that Edie wears, and I'm just gonna cast locate object on it.
Well, I think you
See?
guys have all seen that little sculpture that she had.
That's true. We have, yeah.
Mhm.
So I I'm just doing.
It is not within range of the spell, which I believe is 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet. Yeah.
It is not within range of the spell.
Okay. As that happens, you can see like Alethea will just kind of like straighten her back, like her face will get really serious, and she'll go, "If it's that fucking rabbit again, if it."
No.
The lady is just kind of keeping her composure. Like now she's actually kind of composing herself a little bit.
Azalea looks like Zach Galifianakis right now in the GIF when he's just like doing the math in his head. She's so confused and so overwhelmed by all of this.
Okay. I hope everyone likes rabbit. Let's go.
to play with, right?
Yeah, we'll play with this rabbit for sure, lady.
Yeah,
Okay,
no, The
what-
rabbit
what-
has been playing with us and taking our friends. I think, it's time for payback.
Okay, and she kind of gives Oz a look like, I thought I was kind of the one kooky over there. And she kind of looks back at Alethea and is like, okay, we definitely will find. I think you said a white rabbit. We'll look for that for sure. We'll keep an eye out. But hear me out. Use the spell to make sure that Charlotte's not dead. Maybe.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, well, okay, no one died.
What is the duration, by the way, on locate object?
10 minutes.
Okay. So you can actually walk and try
Yeah,
and locate somebody.
Yeah,
So
I'll
you can keep
probably,
it going for at least 10 minutes.
I'll probably just start walking around and I'm just gonna do a little walk, see if I can, get the ping from her. Maybe she went on a walk and got lost,
Oh.
Alright.
Edie seems like the kind of person to get lost.
Lead the
I'll start
way.
walking.
You also know that Edie has the ability to take the form of a tiger,
Mhm.
which kind of has a decent movement speed.
Very.
So at a run, she could create quite a distance.
Can I do an investigation check? Is there anything in this room that shows if are there claw marks or anything like that?
Give me an investigation check. Because Matthew Mesa, you can certainly try.
Oh, it was a natural 20, baby. I don't know why it didn't show up on the 20, but it was on the map, but it was a natural 20.
Yeah, so just to let you know, Beyond 20 recently updated itself, so I'm not sure if you have to change a
Update it.
setting. I'm not
Okay.
sure.
I'll look into that.
But when I went to their page, it was like, hey, so such and such was, actually when I went to D&D Beyond, the Beyond 20 page also popped up and said, hey, this was updated. So I don't know, some people were having problems in the Wednesday game. So it's just something to mess with later. I mean, you can do it now, but that's fine. Because I still have access to the game log, so I can see all that stuff. So yeah, I can see that you have your investigation check.
Okay.
With 26. So you don't see any claw marks or anything like that, but what a 26 will tell you is that it really looks like she went out of her way to not leave a trace.
Oh. Lady sees all of this stuff around and just kind of looks up at Azalea really sadly and is just like, oh, I think it's kind of worse in a way than what we thought. Maybe. Because she was here last night and she's not here anymore, and I was just looking around, and honestly at this point it doesn't really feel like she left and was taken. It seems more like she might have left on purpose, and changed a lot of these things so that we wouldn't be able to find her. And she kind of shakes her head, is like, but you never know. We've had that happen in the past, but doesn't mean it's happening now.
Yeah.
Should we let's just go look for her. Let's take a little walk and see what we can find, right guys?
Let's leave this room the way we found it, not change anything, just in case she comes back. And yeah, you can definitely tell Azalea's really hesitant in what she's saying. She doesn't believe a word of what she's saying to Lady right now.
Okay. Volpini at this point is sitting in the frame of the front door, just watching all of you. And when one of you actually meets her eyes, she leaves the door. She like trots out towards the street. You can give me anybody have animal handling?
I think I do. I do.
What is it passive for you?
Oh wow. Oh, sorry. Just kidding. I don't it's plus I have +3, so maybe I don't actually have what you were asking for. I'm a liar.
Yeah, as a skill if it's actually trained.
JK.
Like if you have one of the things that I do is if you actually have a skill trained in something, I will use the passive rules for it. So that you might, like, for instance, if you had like knowledge, if you had nature, right, and trained, it would be 10 plus whatever your bonus is the passive thing. So if you encountered a creature that has that would be like an animal or something that nature check might help, your passive nature might tell you what it is off the top of your head. Be like, I recognize that. I'll give you the name of the creature. But if you want to know details about it, that actually requires a check. So that's kind of like how like the passive stuff works. So, you know, like that came up in the Wednesday game where they encountered an Otyug, and using passive perception, passive arcana on that, in that case, because it is a monstrosity, the character was able to just basically identify it and then made the check on their turn.
Job. JK.
So that's fine. You can do that, or I would say because of Volpini's general intelligence, I'll let you also try if you have insight checked. I'll let you do that as well.
Do you mean like proficient in it?
Yes.
Oh, I am.
Okay.
I'm not a liar anymore. But I rolled a natural one.
No, you don't have to roll. This is just a passive check.
Sorry.
This is just a passive check. What is your passive insight?
+6.
Okay, so it's a 16. That's good.
Yeah, 16. Yeah.
You kind of get the impression that Volpini is trying to lead you.
She kind of like looks up at Oz and Vierla, and you can tell she has the exact same kind of thing that Oz is doing. Like Oz and her are on the same wavelength. She's like, this is good. This is good. Really promising. That I think Volpini wants to lead us, so she probably knows where Charlotte is, and Charlotte probably knows where Edie is if they're not together already. So yeah,
they could be together. Yeah.
Let's go. And she kind of grabs both of your hands, and again, she's strong, so she is. You guys are like, oh, okay, kind of like as she's pulling you guys through, following Volpini.
Okay. So Volpini starts to, continues to walk down the street, and is definitely giving you the impression that she knows where she's going. It takes you a while, and Volpini stops once because she encounters a rat and pounces on the rat. and basically has breakfast all her own. And once she finishes breakfast, she continues on down the road. So you guys walk through the streets, and eventually you end up. Volpini stops at. It seems like Volpini is doing a tour. Pardon me, I have hiccups. Moment. Is kind of doing a tour. So Volpini goes down to Pickering's Salvage and Sale. And I'm going to say, like, just kind of sits there, looks at you, looks at Pickering's Salvage. You know, you guys can, go in and do your whatever shopping that you needed to do, thinking that Charlotte might be in there. Charlotte isn't there. And Volpini continues on down the road once you guys come back out. Volpini ends up at the ship and hops up onto a barrel there. And you can see Captain Gareth is standing by the gangplank on the dock, having what looks like a rather dramatic conversation with a couple of crew members. I don't know if you want to approach, because you're going to be leaving later that day. But that's up to you.
Yeah, I'll approach.
Gareth is like continuing the conversation. Give me a what is your passive perception?
14.
You kind of hear snippets of the conversation as you approach, and you hear it sounds like they're arguing about something with the rudder chain. And he sees you approach because, let's face it, Alithia stands out.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. And Alithia, yes, good morning. Oh, it's almost noon. We've run into a bit of a snag. It appears somebody didn't want us to leave today and has fouled the rudder chain. So basically the drive chain between the ship's wheel and the rudder is, well, to lacking a better phrase, fucked. I sent Charlotte and Ileana, but Charlotte went along for the walk as well with some other person. I don't know who they are. To go
not the other goth girl.
You mean
Edie? Yes, she wasn't with
No,
them.
she wasn't with them. I don't recognize who this person was.
She wasn't like a very cute elf that had like some green stuff going on. Also a little bit goth. Her name is Valeria. It wasn't my friend Valeria.
No, it was I would basically say poser. They were trying to be a sailor from what I saw and failing rather utterly.
Okay.
But it seemed like they want to take this person on the ship. I don't know, but as long as they're paying, I don't care. But yeah, I sent them off to the shipwright to get the chain part that we need. One of the links looks like somebody actually applied acid to one of the iron links that corroded it enough that broke it.
Do you know who did it?
No idea. Or why. You guys don't have any enemies, do you?
Well, Well, that's a very complicated question. As a group, I'm not sure. Individually, probably.
Well, like us, you are adventurers, so it kind of comes with the territory that eventually you're going to piss somebody off. So doesn't surprise me. But whoever did this, I guess it's a fair warning at this point that they might be in and about town, so you might run into problems.
Cool. So if there's someone, okay, yes, acid. I will ask if someone has an enemy that likes acid. Cool.
Just, to give you that heads up, because if you do
Yeah.
have enemies, they clearly, I mean, now to be fair, I myself have enemies, being
Good for you.
a fate chaser captain, so honestly it could be me, but I'm just kind of giving you the heads up where this is your charter, so if somebody got wind that
Right.
you guys are heading out into the maelstrom, that kind of a thing.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Sure. Okay.
But as soon as we get that fixed, we'll be on our way.
Right. I hope that it's one of your enemies. I feel like you need a good fight. Okay, I'm gonna find my friends. Goodbye.
Good luck.
She'll go back to the girls and just be like, this Gareth guy? He was like, oh, it might be my enemies that are looking for me. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so cool. I'm like, dude, calm down. We all have enemies. But does somebody have an enemy that likes acid? I don't know if I have enemies that like acid. I'm gonna be honest.
I can't say I know of any.
Oh,
Personally,
also,
I don't know who most of my enemies are. I don't think,
Right.
and so one of them could have acid, but again, with this really good disguise, I'm not sure how they would have known that was our ship.
100%, yes. They wouldn't
Yeah.
notice you. Never. No.
Mm-mm.
Also, there's another person with Charlotte and Ileana.
Was it
Was it
easy?
Edie?
No, it was not I asked, and it was also not Alaria I asked. That was like,
you-
maybe if it's a person
The white
you know.
rabbit. Yeah.
But, well, I feel like if it would have been a rabbit, then Gareth would have been like, it was a rabbit person.
Yeah, but maybe if the rabbit's in the area, Illyria is in the area. Think about it. There's this new person all of a sudden. I don't know.
And Lady gets like super happy thinking about Illyria for a second. She loves Illyria so much. She's just, oh, wouldn't it be really cool if it was Illyria? And then she gets kind of like, she almost looks kind of sad, but then she looks super like pumped up and kind of like guard dog angry for a second because she's like, oh, I miss Illyria. Oh.
Same, yeah.
Who is with Charlotte then? Do you think she's safe? I don't know if we should trust
No.
whoever that's with. I think we need to find them and make sure Charlotte's okay.
Well, Ileana is that as well, and I think she, can. I think they both can defend themselves.
I think so.
If it's one person against Ileana and Charlotte, that person is dead.
That's a good point, I guess, but
Yeah.
I don't like the sound of this.
All right.
Is Volpini still with us?
Volpini's just sitting on the barrel at the end of the dock. So I'm assuming since Alithia was the only one that walked down the dock to talk to the captain, Volpini is still back with you and Azalea. Just sitting on a barrel, preening.
She kind of like super quick owl turns her head to her. Volpini! Bring us to Charlotte if you wouldn't mind, please. I'm sorry if they came off super aggressive. It's because I care about Charlotte a lot, but I don't want to disrespect you. I'm sorry.
Without any emotion or, any kind of like indication of understanding necessarily, Volpini does immediately after you say that hop off the barrel and start heading down the street. Charlotte, after you and Ileana had your whole issue, basically last week's session, where would you have ended up after basically getting Casper onto the ship?
So far as I was aware, Casper said he knew a guy, and we were going there to facilitate the broken part to get fixed.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So we'd either.
So you
yeah,
would be
if
at the shipwright then.
Yes.
Okay. So Volpini starts heading off down the road. And after a bit of a walk, you find yourself at a kind of a special dock. So it is a dock. Basically, I don't know if you guys know what a dry dock is, but it's basically, you know, for the people at home, it's a dock that can be dammed off to allow the water to drain and keep it off so that a ship could be worked on, and et cetera, et cetera. So you come into this dock section. There are two docks, and in between the two, there is a ship currently docked there. And you can see a crew of workers actually working on the ship. It looks like the ship has a lot of hull damage to one side with hastily patched sections of it from inside. All ships carry basically wooden patches in case a timber breaks, whatnot. And this one appears to have run afoul of something rather sharp that did some damage to the hull. So it is currently in the dry dock and being worked on. One of the things that you can tell about the ship is that the masthead, the figurehead, it appears to be that of a heron that has its wings kind of like spread behind it that kind of hug the curve of the bow of the ship. And it is painted and a little bit weathered, but it is painted blue. The feathers on this thing are painted blue, with the head all white as it rises up to meet the bowsprit. And you can see on the side of the ship is the name, the Blue Heron. And there, attached to this dock, is a large building that looks like you could actually move the ship into if need be. And inside there are currently several longboats in various states of construction. You know, longboats are basically a longer version of a rowboat that is basically a shoreboat for ships. Well, larger ships anyway. So they are currently being worked on, and you can see the various workers. This is like very busy place. And before you even find anyone, you can see at this point that you can see Charlotte, Ileana, and this person that you've never seen before. Amy, would you describe what you currently look like?
Yeah, let me pull it up. Okay, so he's pretty tall, like 6'2". He's has like a, average to like slimmer build, but he is toned, but he's kind of lanky. So he has tanned caramel colored skin with long navy blue hair with like short shaggy layers on top and bangs, and it's like been styled meticulously to give the I just got out of bed look. But then he has like a long braided, the rest of it is long and braided. And he has bright yellow eyes, and the clothes he's wearing, well, he's covered in jewelry. He has like a bunch of dangling necklaces, his rings, and then he has like one studded sun earring and one like dangly moon, and then he has like a flowy shirt that's like unbuttoned like way too far, like very slutty as a man. And and then over it is just like a well-tailored vest that has, it just looks very affluent. It's like skinnier pants with some boots that are like studded in gold, probably. So yeah, he just looks very put together. Also, he has a cape. It's not like a big deal, but he has a cape. Oh, and if you get too close, you'll notice that he smells pretty strongly of jasmine and honeysuckle. Yeah.
I understood that reference.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the three of you see they're walking up into the building. You can see they entered an entrance in the building off to the side, but you can see them from the opening where ships would actually move in. You can see them walking in, and they're walking along the side of the building inside.
Lady would basically start both sprinting and half flying at the same time. Like, it's just kind of like she can't decide which is faster. So she's kind of like she's like running and then would kind of get off the ground and run again, just yelling, Charlotte, Char.
She'll spin round to see you. Lady, what's up? What's the matter?
Oh my God. And Lady like flings herself into your body and like pulls Ileana in with her and is just like, oh my God, don't ever do this again to me. I just didn't know where you guys were. And then this whole morning, and then I woke up and I was gonna go pick up Edie, and then but she kind of like looks up and sees this new person, and Lady, being the way she has with almost every new person, immediately just puts her wings in front of both of you and just looks at her. Who are you and what are you doing, my Charlotte? Why did you take her so far away? And did you hurt our boat?
No,
Speak.
There's no need to be that hostile.
Some
I'll
of
let
your
Casper
bones, by the way, reset and cracked like Knuckles when she hugged you.
Because I am very strong.
Checks out. There's a lot of questions there. Unfortunately, that you're not gonna like this. It was maybe Casper did have something to do, but they've been very nice since, and they're trustworthy, and we're safe. So yes, this is Casper, and Casper, this is Lady Cardia, and oh yeah, well that's Ozelia and Alithia approaching as well.
I'm walking up with my weapon out. I'm like, do you know what happened to ED, sir?
He kind of gives like a whimper and like kind of pulls his clothes to sit right, and he's gonna be like, gives his best charming smile and be like, ladies, I've heard so much about you. And you can see like past his smile there's a drip of sweat coming down, and his eyes are very like kind of like because he's heard he has heard quite a lot about both Azalea and Alithia. And he's like, he looks down specifically at Lady Cartia and he's like, oh, my beautiful avian friend, I've also heard so much about you. I am a big fan.
You look sweaty for a guy who has a shirt so unbuttoned, so what are you hiding?
Oh, nothing but an open heart and much adoration for all of you.
And she just kind of puts a feather up kind of in her face a little bit and is like, okay, Charlotte, so what's the plan?
What do you mean?
And she looks back at Casper again.
Yeah, Casper's gonna kind of put his finger on the sword and be like, Alithio's gonna be like, haha, no need for swords. We could put those down. Sharp, pointy things are not needed here.
Mm-hmm.
Sure, this Casper ruined our boat. What are we gonna do?
Well, no, yeah, I need to tell you the full picture. So, I think Casper went about it the wrong way, wouldn't you say, Casper? But it seemed like they really wanted
Humans make mistakes, and so do all different types, right? We all make mistakes.
Right. No, that's true. But it seemed like they really wanted to get on the boat with us, and well, Casper's thought process was, well, let's hijack the boat to make sure it doesn't set off on time.
Like hijack is quite it's a big word. I feel like just tweak the boat.
Okay.
Ellie will like the pointy end of her scimitar will just like touch your chin a little bit.
He's gonna
and just be like, no talking.
Yes, ma'am.
Casper is a bit of a storyteller of sorts. He says he wants to tell our own stories and write his own stories and just be an adventurer basically. So I know we got onto a bit of a bad foot, but I do trust him a little bit.
Yeah,
Um,
he's like this. He's not going to talk to me.
Mhm.
So I think he's okay, but definitely on probation period here, Mr. Casper. Just need to keep a careful eye on you. But yeah, I think we're okay. I think we can put swords down, I think.
Well,
Casper-
Casper, if Charlotte says you're all right, I'll be willing to give you a chance. But we have had a crazy morning so far, and I don't know if you guys are gonna like what comes next.
Sands are still
Has-
up. He's looking at Azalea and he's like,
If you betray our party, make one of our members disappear. To look at Ileana.
Mhm.
I'll make what happened to her last night feel like love taps. So
he's very confused.
Yes. Where is Edie?
Oh,
we don't know.
and
Who
she kind of
has-
looks at Illyria. Yeah. Yeah, we found this, and it's addressed to you.
Didn't want to open it without you seeing it, so that's why we're here.
Oh, okay.
But Charlotte, wait, before you open it, I just want to give you a heads up that and she kind of looks at Oz and is like, I think Oz and I were trying to kind of be positive about it, but you should know before you open it that Edie is gone. So just I don't know if it's a positive letter.
Okay. Well, we've been here before. Nothing new, right?
Right.
So I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah.
She's putting on a very brave face. Which will take a
Casper's
lot.
looking very worried. Listen, I know that we got off on the wrong foot with the boat, and I apologize for not being fully truthful with that. But before everyone pulls out the pointy things again, I just want to, for the record, say I don't know anything about this ED person. I would not touch her, I swear. She's very scary. I was not a part of this. Thank you.
Insight check.
Okay.
With guidance.
Okay. Okay, this is great. So this is, I think, the first time that I'm using the Matt Mercer rule for this.
Second time.
Is it the second time? Did I already use it once? Okay. So
Last session.
you remember, right, Amy, how this works? So if you're telling the
you
truth, you use
remember.
one, So all I want you to do is roll a d20. Don't actually roll the skill, but add the thing so that nobody can see, what skill you're using. And you remember which one if you're telling the truth and if you're doing a lie.
Okay, wait. Explain that to me again.
If you're actually telling the truth, you're going to roll persuasion. If you're lying, you roll deception. And obviously, Lithia, you're still going to roll insight, but you can roll the skill.
I rolled a 7.
I see that.
Thank you for the guidance, Cordia. I needed it.
So you don't have to actually tell me what the whole number is, because I see that you actually rolled a 7 on the die, correct?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 on the die, but obviously I have modifiers.
Yeah, don't worry, because you already beat it. We'll keep that a little secret. But with a 7 yourself, I think you don't think that he is lying, but you're not sure if he's telling the truth. You're kind of getting like a bit of an unreadability at this point.
Yeah.
I think Ellie is also a little upset that it wasn't Ilaria that came back.
Oh.
Because she was like, there's this random person that joined, and she's like, it's just like, it's this other blue
Womp
hair
womp.
person.
Poor Virla.
All right. Time to open the letter, I guess. She'll take out one of the small daggers and just pry the letter open cleanly
Mhm.
and pull the parchment up. Okay, I'll read it out loud so we can all hear it. Dear Charlotte, I write this missive to you with the heaviest of hearts, juxtaposed with an ounce of hope. Whilst you are the recipient of this message, and rightly so, you are undoubtedly my closest and dearest friend. I want you to pass on the sentiment to the others for me. Will you do that, Miss Briarsong? The tone of my vocabulary will indeed be apparent to somebody as bright as you, but to confirm, this is undoubtedly a goodbye. It is no secret that I have been plagued with internal strife from the moment you met me, and even long before that. You tried valiantly to help me, to understand me, and be there for me. However, the tongue does not always cooperate with the brain, nor the heart, and I regrettably had to keep you in the shadows. For this, I'm sorry. I dream of a summer's day in a warm meadow, one filled with laughter and peace. And in order to achieve that dream, I have to fight my demons first and foremost. I know what you're like, Charlotte, and I know what you'll be thinking right now. It isn't true. There's nothing you or any of the others could do to help. You're all amazing, but I unfortunately need to walk this path alone. I hope you understand. Our paths crossed while you were in search of one of your friends. And now they diverge, having found friendship within each other. Or maybe there was even more to it than that. Your path will undoubtedly rise and fall like a song. But your conviction is pure, and I know that that will see you through to what you want, finding your father and discovering who you truly are. Maybe one day I'll meet you in the meadow I dream of, and I can hear your angelic voice bless my ears once again. May your love with Azalea continue to bloom. May your empathy continue to protect Cardia. May your intellect continue to keep Ileana on the right path. And may your innocence prevent Ilithia from feeding into the darkness. All of those things kept me going. Goodbye, Charlotte. All my love. Edie.
It's what we thought. And she kind of looks to our other two new friends and is like, hey guys, is it okay if I have a moment alone with Shar and Ozalia? Okay, and she kind of like pulls them to the side and just let's say that somewhere on this area there is a bench a table that we can kind of sit at next to
There's plenty
the
of that.
shore.
There's plenty
Okay,
of
I
that.
figured as much. So she'll kind of like take your guys' hands and kind of lay them over here, like bring them on over. And she just kind of looks at the table for a second and then looks up and goes, okay, it's what we thought it was, Oz, right?
Yeah, we had a feeling this was the case. Edie's room was too perfect when we found it this morning.
And she didn't want us to find her, and sure, we kind of knew that when we found the letter, but I'm glad you got to read it. But here's the thing, and like Matt, you'll have to tell me if this is like not a thing clerics should do or something. But she's actually gonna bring out her little holy symbol that she always has in her mom's cloak, and she just kind of puts it on the table with them and says, we're the original three, you know, and we've been here together since the beginning. I mean, Ileana has, I'm so happy she's back with us. We just, you know, us three, we've been there for each other and not really left each other's side. And she, yeah, obviously, you know, you two have a little bit of a bigger, stronger bond than we could have. Hee hee. But and she again like just kind of puts her hand on her holy symbol and she goes, if you guys wanted, we could all join our hands here. And it's mostly for me. I'm not gonna hold you guys to this, but and she just looks at Charlotte and says, Char, I promise you I'm never gonna write you that letter. And she looks at Oz and I promise you that I'll go to any pirate ship. I'll go to anywhere and I'll be there with you and I'll swashbuckle my way to the top with both of you forever. But the biggest promise I have is that I'm always gonna be here and I'm always gonna if this happens again and again and again like it seems to, I'm always gonna be the one to remind us that we got each other. And I'm just, any letter that I write to you guys is gonna be a love letter. I mean, not like that, because that's for you two to write for each other, but just a letter. How much I love you guys. So, in fact, and she pulls out her special notebook and flips to the back. She goes, in fact, I'm gonna start every single day. Every day, I'm gonna write one thing that I love about each of you guys, and then once we're back at school and all of this is settled and we get to just kind of hang out again, I'll give it to you guys, okay?
Love
That's
that,
my
lady.
promise.
I love you,
Lady.
lady.
Thank you, lady, for being our lighthouse on the horizon. I love you.
I love you. And I love you, Shar.
I love you too.
No, are you guys okay? Do you want a moment, just you two, or by yourselves or anything?
I just processing it right now.
Yeah, it's nice to be with you two right now.
We've been through a lot of loss together, I guess.
I'm glad I have you two, at least.
We've had, but we've had a lot of found, you know?
True.
We
Yeah.
had a lot of found, and something that's kind of scary, but also really fun sometimes is that we keep finding stuff every day. And sometimes it's bad stuff, and sometimes it's scary stuff, but like, I didn't know how strong I was, both physically and mentally, until I met you guys. And I, again, find new things to admire and love about you guys every day. We've just found some guy who, and looks over at Casper, seems a little wonky, but you seem to feel okay. And that sometimes it's terrible and hurtful to lose stuff, but I'd rather keep finding stuff with you guys for the rest of time, even if it means I'm gonna lose stuff too.
Too, lady. It's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah. Oh. I just hope wherever she goes, she's okay. Because I tried to understand her and, you know, have tried to get her to open up to me, but she just never would. So
In her
I
own
mean,
ways.
yeah, out of all the people we found, I mean, you know what happened in, between her and I will say, while her and I had some issues and literally fought, like literally fought each other. Oopsie. She might be one of the most scary and capable people I've ever met in my life. Even if she's not ready to open up, I think she is ready to take care of herself. That was kind of scary.
That's definitely true.
You're right.
It never gets easier.
No, it doesn't.
Still think about everybody else every single day. You know?
I know. I hope we go back to Strixhaven sometimes and we'll see our old friends walking the halls, but I don't think they're coming back. Okay, because we will, and we'll make new friends there.
Yeah. We've got some great ones just standing over there as well. So
Yeah,
I mean,
we shouldn't leave them
also,
hanging too long.
Yeah.
what is nice is Ileana's actually a a great example of some of these things get lost and then they get found again, and sometimes they come in really stinky cheesy packages, but I mean, I would love that little stink cat more than anything else I'd find, you know? So sometimes we lose stuff, we find it again, and she takes another look at Casper and just kind of, and then we find even newer stuff, but we also found Alithia, and we found Boardley, and we found Lurgo, and those guys are just waiting for us back home. And as long as we have us three, I'm pretty sure even if I feel a little lost, I'm always gonna be found.
Yeah. I hope one day I have an ounce of your bravery, Cardia. Thank you for being my friend.
Well, let's see here. And she kind of like goes into her bag, and she's like, no, no, oh, where did I put that thing? I just can't. Okay. And she pulls out. She has 300 GP worth of diamond dust. And she's like, okay, this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but Charlotte, this is some of the most pretty diamondy dust I've ever seen in my entire life. And anytime that you don't feel super brave, I want you to look at it and just remember that you sparkle just as brightly as this does. It is also worth 300 GP. So if we ever need money, just keep that in mind. But mostly for the bravery and sparkle that you have in your heart, because you're one of the bravest, nicest people I know. And she gives it to you and goes, because you know what's pretty brave? Admitting that you like somebody, and look at what you found there.
I will cherish the pretty and the sparkle. Thank you. Oh, man. Okay. All we can do is pull ourselves together and press on, because, you know, Ozelia and Ileana, they have to find their father. So that's what we're here for. We found Lee as well. Can't forget Lee. And that's our next step, to head into the maelstrom and see what we can find.
All right. Group hug.
Definitely group hug.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a lady hug, so your bones are crushed, and she picks you up in the air a little bit.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Oh, too much. Okay. Oz, you okay? Did I squeeze you?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. All right. On 3, ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, I forgot to say what we were gonna say.
Yeah, that would help.
Yeah.
Lost and found on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Lost and
Lost and
found.
found.
Lost and found. Oh yeah.
All right, I was a little late on that, but we'll work on it. Yeah, we'll work on that.
Time was a bit off there.
And she kind of like fluffs out her feathers. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear from somewhere behind Charlotte. You just hear like, did someone say cheese? And there's Ileana. And
Yeah, we were talking about stinky cheese.
in tow is a very tall herbold with a rather like scruffy beard, like just the chin beard. He's currently dressed in like a workman's overalls that has definitely like is stained from literally probably stain, and some you can see like the black some black smears and spots from like pitch, which is used to as a sealant on ships. And he definitely has the build and frame of somebody used to heavy labor. And Ileana steps up. She's like, "Well, I've already found I found the shipwright, and I had a talk with him. While he didn't really care for my smell, I told him who I was working for, and we've already discussed terms. So you might want to well, I haven't got any gold, so I'm going to head back to the ship, and if you don't mind, you can handle the cost, and I'm sure the captain will take care of it. See you at the ship." And she waves and kind of like, heads off, having a conversation with Captain Rumbum in her hat as she goes. "So, I understand you need a link for your drive chain. Is that correct?"
Yeah, it seems like the gear pin was broke.
Aye.
Specifically.
And the gear pin. Your friend didn't mention that. She just talked about one of the chain links. So it's not a chain link, or is it a pin?
I mean, I'm not well versed in ships, sir, but I think it was a gear pin.
Well, clearly your friend didn't understand the workings of a pin, or the gear mechanism in a ship.
Seems that way. Is that going to cause much of a problem, or
No? I can have it made. I have a smith on hand, works on the gears, so it's going to take a little while. We're going to need the pig iron, so I'm going to have to reach out to the Miners Guild.
Okay. What type of turnaround time are we looking on this?
Maybe a day. Depends on well, how much you're willing to throw at it. Let's just say if the price is right, I'll put your little head in line.
Well, we've got plenty of gold, so
Good. That's what I want to hear.
okay. Yeah, if you can do it in a day, how much would that set us back?
Well, normally it's 300 for the piece, for the part, but expediency has a cost. If you're willing to go to 700, I'll have it done by the morning.
Okay, 700. Let me just check my coin purse.
700 is a lot of money, I could sing you a beautiful song all about how wonderful you are, and I could spread it all around to other smiths. I know a lot of people. I could speak for you, and maybe we just like lower that price just a little bit. It's a little song for you. Lower the price.
He raises a rather bushy eyebrow. If you're going to try and sing the price down, are you a bard or something?
Well, some people, they really appreciate my songs, and once they've heard my songs, I think, well, I should show my appreciation through lowering price. And sometimes this, you never know. You might want to hear the song first before you just completely cast it out like it's something that would never happen.
You don't have
And
a
some that
sad
may
story to go along with it?
like to talk about how wonderful you are as a smith and how craftful you are and good at making chains and such.
If you like a sad story and you're okay accompanying me, Casper.
Oh yes, I actually prefer not to sing. I could just put up a little bit of a little tune and you could riff.
Well, let's hear the song. So what I want to do here is, do you have persuasion trained as well as performance?
Charlotte,
Let me
just
see.
Charlotte. Are you talking about both or just Casper?
Yeah.
Just Casper.
Yeah.
Okay. And Charlotte, do you have both of those as well?
No, Charlotte just has expertise in performance.
Okay. I will give you advantage on the roll because you both have a performance skill. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to it'll be a performance check. So whoever has the highest.
Honestly, it might be Charlotte.
No, I think it's
Performance?
Charlotte only has +5.
I also have +5.
Well, Charlotte, you do have expertise in it. So
Okay.
do you pull out your lyre?
Yes.
Charlotte, what is your passive arcana?
17.
There's something special about this lyre. The craftsmanship on something like this is fantastic, and you kind of like just passively detect hidden within the decorative aspects of this lyre. You kind of catch what look like arcane formula.
She'll clock that and just give Casper a knowing look.
Like it
says-
looks like in brass fittings, caps, some like, kind of like a filigree kind of design on the side. There's fine etchings that look decorative and beautiful and like rather flowing, but you kind of recognize it as arcane script.
That's a very nice instrumentation you've got there, Casper. The song that I'm going to sing is very, well, heavily grounded in strings, so that's a coincidence, I guess.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know much
He's
about
going
instrumentation.
to
but-
begin a tune for you, and it's going to be, melodic and, sad and kind of flowing and kind of just to tune you in.
Okay. She'll just steady herself and just wipe away the the residue of tears on her cheeks. And she has the letter still in one hand. It's kind of wet at this point. But as the words come out of her mouth, she thinks about Edie and the time together and how special of a friend that she was. Fell by the wayside like everyone else. I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, but I was just kidding myself. Our every moment I start to replace. 'Cause now that they're gone, all I hear are the words that I needed to say. When you hurt under the surface, like troubled water running cold. Well, time can heal, but this won't. So before you go, was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather. So before you go. It goes on. But
And the melody and the emotions that Charlotte puts out through her song are going to kind of like in a magical way, sort of. You could almost see it swirling around her, and the wind's going to pick up a little bit and mix with Charlotte's magic, and all of a sudden you're going to kind of smell cinnamon buns in the air. And it's going to take Casper by surprise, and you're like, oh, that's interesting, and kind of end the melody as it trails off and end with a flourish.
Lady like can't help herself but is applauding and clapping, and then kind of realizes who she's applauding and clapping for, and kind of like gives Casper a look that's like, I don't trust you, but that was beautiful.
And he's gonna turn to the smith and be like, "So, does this count?"
Give me your performance roll. Obviously with
Yes.
advantage. So whichever one of you is
And
gonna...
with guidance.
What is your guidance? Guidance is D4. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have let Charlotte roll.
I just did. Was that
Okay,
not wrong?
good. I feel like I should have let you roll because you're the one that did the most of the performance. I was just a background.
Well,
No,
I'll
you-
give it to Charlotte because Charlotte rolled first. So
Also, Charlotte rolled first.
yeah. So go ahead and you also get the D4? Did you already do that? Yep. So 3. So
Yeah.
22. Let me make a. It is contested, unfortunately, but I'm gonna make the roll. See what it is. It is not. Well, I'll tell you beat it by 10. So he kind of, while not actually crying, you can see there his eyes look a little watery. Well, now, that was pretty good. I've heard some sea shanties before, but that was clearly no sailor's song. And I can tell you're kind of hurting, so
Just a tad.
I'll do it for 600.
I think we've got a deal.
He reaches out a rather dirty hand.
Charlotte just meets it and then with the other hand gestures the coin towards him.
You notice that his hand feels like hardened leather. This guy has swung many a hammer and lifted heavy timber, so he's been doing this a while. We have an accord. I'll get it done by first light.
Okay, thank you. Charlotte just turned to Casper and just thank you for accompanying me on that. I had a lot of emotions passing through me when I was singing. I'm sure you could sense the nerves in my voice, but you played beautifully. And I'm sure if Edie could have heard us, she would have been appreciative. So thank you. And she'll go to embrace Casper in a hug.
Oh, he loves hugs. He's gonna hug her back with the biggest like brag, and he's like gonna be like, "Fantastic performance, Miss Charlotte," and then into the embrace.
I'm going to assume that Casper smells nice.
Mm, yeah,
Definitely
very nice.
not the scent of somebody who's who's been covered in salty brine and
Not
and
at all, yeah.
spent time on a ship.
It's not something he'd know.
You'll have to tell me all about this lyre of yours at some point. It's very special. It's got a lot of arcane runes and such on it.
Ah, yes, this. Well, it's a long story. I'll be sure to tell you later. But basically, there are only a few of these in the world, and this one's quite special. I'll tell you about it later.
Now I feel even more blessed to sing with you. And she's just blushing a little bit. Oh, my mouth is extremely dry. So maybe, I don't know, we go for a drink or something.
After the day we've had, I think so.
Yeah, we've got some time to pass before we leave tomorrow, and we've already had a lot of days of prep, if we're being honest. So there's not much else we can do.
Go to Fight Club.
Lady's like, yeah, Fight Club.
Fight
Fight Club. Woohoo! Yes, I will watch. I would watch.
You said that you already saw Alethea in action, right,
Well,
Casper?
Yes, but I'd watch again.
You don't want to fight me, Casper?
Ooh, well,
Me neither.
yes, none of us would like to fight Alethea. No.
It's kind of a thing with the people that come back, they fight me. Eliana did it.
Ah, it's a tradition then. Well, if you must, actually, we'll take a hold on that rain check. I think it's raining out. You might slip and break your neck. So later.
It's not raining.
Well, he licks his finger and puts it up. The wind.
Yes.
I believe it's going to
And-
rain soon.
You just
Summer
feel
rains,
Azalea
you
change
can never
the
predict
wind
them.
pattern.
Yeah.
The wind just blows the other way.
Yeah, it's like no wind at all.
Yep. Yeah. Azalea. It's not ready to rain anytime soon.
Yeah, Azalea is like literally can feel the weather in her bones.
So that being said, the accord has been struck. When we left off, Charlotte was basically having a bit of a breakdown regarding the departure of one of the group, but they made a new friend in the form of a devious plotter, saboteur, but also very friendly, Casper. So I guess to say the least, Casper is sus. Yeah. Say, but you know what? To be fair, Ilithia, you're kind of sus of everybody. Like
That's
you're questioning the motives of Volpini.
I am worried leaving Volpini with Alethea.
Do you blame someone who has no...
Why? I don't know. I've never tried to murder animal companions.
Wow. That's a I can't say that analogy. That's a big lie though.
Wow.
All animal companions are safe with me.
That's good.
I'm worried now.
I respect it. You don't have memories. I'd be sus on everything. I'd question everything.
Well, she's getting some of them back. There's still a lot
Uncovered. Uncharted.
What do you mean?
Uncharted memories.
Yeah, I would say
Agree with
yes.
that.
I would say yes. What are you sending me, Sammy?
Can we pull it up? Because Stream hasn't seen it.
All right. All right. I will show you. I'll bring this up. We're gonna switch to the other screen so I can bring it up on there. So Sammy, why don't you?
Oh God.
Why don't you preface what this is? As I switch screens, this is a beautiful piece of artwork that Sammy has commissioned.
Mhm.
Yeah. Save this here.
So yeah, if you remember several episodes ago now when we were back on the Isle of Tyrants, right at the end, Charlotte and Azalea had a underwater date of sorts. This is an illustration when they were under the water and surrounded by the jellyfish bloom. It's done by a wonderful person called Callis Dice. So definitely go and check them out. They're on Instagram and Twitter and all those good things. But it's a really beautiful piece.
I'm going to call this Azalea. Because that's what you guys are now. And second, friends. And I'm going to bring this up. Wait till you see this thing. It's pretty damn good.
It's so good. She's so good.
Yep.
Yeah.
She also did the Belvedere art.
Oh, did she?
Which is yeah. Yeah, that's how I found her through V.
So here we go. Here is the Charzalia date swim, I guess you could call it.
Date swim.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cosplaying mermaids for the night.
Yeah, pretty much.
We've done dragons and mermaids. What are we doing next game?
Oh, I don't know.
Huh.
You guys, yeah, you gotta top it off now. So this is a piece of artwork that
Bears. Oh my.
was them swimming and having a grand old time. So that's pretty awesome. Is it up on the Discord?
Yes, it's in the public Strixhaven channel. If you scroll up a little bit, you'll see it there as well.
Okay.
With the links to.
You can also pin it. You can also pin it if you want. Yeah, go ahead. You have the power.
Unlimited
power. So, all right. So when we left off, you guys were having a sad, and then, of course, in comes Lady Cardia to make it all better.
Literally.
Yeah. And you basically have at this point a day. You'll be able to, well, half a day. And then obviously you're going to be sleeping at night. So you guys are going to be leaving the following morning after the part is done and repaired. Thanks to some clever negotiation from the Casper and Charlotte. So what do you plan on doing for the last half of the day? Or we can just move it right into the
Well, you got some plans, so I feel like I don't want to ruin that.
Mm-hmm. You want to do time advance?
I mean, obviously, if people want to roleplay something, we can do that first.
Mm-hmm. What say you all?
What say you?
You all have a vote.
To move on.
Okay. So you spend the rest of the day together, and you
Oh, I would. Sorry, I'm so fucking awkward. I would like to look for a a certain spell scroll.
what scroll?
I want to try and find a detect thoughts spell.
Detect thoughts. What level is that?
Second.
It's not. It's only uncommon. Let's do. Let's go with. Let's do. Give me a investigation check, Sammy, as you spend the afternoon searching
Can
the
I
city.
help?
Mm-hmm. Well, if you are trained, yes.
I
Yeah.
am.
Although, if Prometheus would
Oh, yeah.
could just give you advantage without the aid. You played the card for the performance earlier, but you guys already had advantage, so I gave him the option to hold on to it for later. I'd say let's keep it.
Yeah.
Prometheus, we'll just hold on to it because they can already have advantage. Might as well not
Yeah.
waste the card and use it for something later on that they don't have advantage for it. So
I do also.
what?
You got investigation as well?
No, I'll just
No,
use guidance.
Oh,
You
Sorry.
should feel guided. So give me an investigation check on
doing it.
with an advantage.
double 14s.
Double 14s.
I don't know what that's telling me.
Wait,
Well,
what
that's
the
a
hell?
20.
Did it add the 2?
23. Did it?
Yeah, it
Yeah, it
did.
did. It's 23 though.
Gotcha. I'm like, holy shit, how did you get 35 at this level?
It just
So-
goes full Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, no shit. Yeah, you can find the scroll. Have you ever been able to take advantage of the rule that I use involving finding material to supplement the cost of scribing a scroll? Sammy?
Yeah. I don't know. I think you mentioned it.
Yeah, I just don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to.
So it's like it's what you gather materials that are specific to the spell you're trying to copy, and it like helps.
No, so what I do is there's no so one of the problems with being a mage is that it costs a shitload of money for a mage to advance. They're like add spells to their spell book, etc., etc. You guys are a money sink when it comes to adventure. Granted, the power scale for your ability, your spell casting and stuff like that is worth the investment, but it tends to soak up a lot of money. So I came up with a basically a method by which a mage, wizard, or anyone who needs spell components can make an arcana check in specific situations. So, for example, a good example was on the Monday game, they fought rot trolls. And when they defeated the rot trolls, I allowed the wizard to make that roll to see if there were any properties of the rot troll that could be used in magical, like the magical necessity for scribing scrolls, like scribing things into your spell book. So what it does is just put like an item in your inventory, like called like arcane components, or actually I called it arcane materia. And basically it's a buffer that you build. So like you say you had like 50 gold pieces worth of materia in your inventory, that will go to offset the cost of scribing a scroll into your spellbook.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yep, it does. But we still need to roll for how much this costs, right?
Yes. It is a uncommon item because it's level 2. So D. I am going to need someone in the audience, please, to roll me. I need 1d6, please. Can somebody roll
you're all-
exclamation D6 in the chat?
If you roll a 6, you will get banned, just so you know. Hey, we'll take a 3. We'll take a 3.
So it is 300 gold normally, but because the scroll is a one-use item, it's only 150.
Oh, wunderbar.
So thank you very much. And hi, Valk. I didn't know you came in. What's happening, Valks?
So 150 is 15 platinum, right?
Yes,
I've only got platinum left to use.
that is correct.
Perfect. Are we skipping a day? Because I guess, yeah, Charlotte would probably spend some time the rest of that day.
Technically,
Like,
it's
okay.
half a day and nighttime. So, but as an elf, obviously you only sleep for the 4 hours meditation.
Yes.
It's a little quiet in your room there, Alithia. Since you were sharing it with Edie.
Mm-hmm.
And give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh my god.
What? Okay.
It's never good.
15.
Okay. So you are hit with heavy duty dreams while you are meditating. It starts off, you kind of catch the faint whiff of brimstone, that acrid smell that you're, while not remembering, are all too familiar with. And you can hear the distant sounds of battle, the clashing of metal weapons, the unearthly snarls and growls of demonic creatures as this fight is going on. But it sounds like you're like well across a battlefield listening to this off in the distance. And then through your perception, you see vague shapes kind of moving as if they are moving through smoke. They just sort of appear, and while the form is fairly recognizable, the details are not. And you hear the sound of familiar voices, though you can't attach them to a specific memory. And you're having this as is kind of swirling all around you. And while you aren't really seeing, obviously, because you're in the trance state, you are spatially aware, mostly because of the Ash Elf ability to you have blind sight, so you are still aware of things moving. You feel the wind of wings as they pass over you, the brush of claw against your skin periodically, which leads you to believe that you are currently fighting. You can feel the anxiety rising within you. You can feel the rush of adrenaline. So you definitely feel like you are involved in this fight. And all at once, out of this smoky ether around you in the dream state, a demonic face pushes itself forward and just kind of stares into your eyes with steely resolve and cries out, "Your soul belongs to me." And you wake up. Now, this is the only clear thing that you saw. And the face was absolutely beautiful. It was that of a man, a humanoid man, with skin with a deep blush of unnatural red, kind of like a gradient between normal flesh tones, and it looks like somebody who would be blushed with a fever, but you can tell that they were not actually human because of the small thorn-like horns that protruded from their forehead and the glowing fire that burned in like embers in their eyes. The face was familiar to you, but you can't think of a name. There's no other memory attached to it. And you are suddenly awakened from your dream state and find yourself once again in the silent darkness of your room. The acrid smell of a brimstone, while faint, still lingers in the air. You're not sure if it's the air or kind of a smell memory, but it quickly fades. But the adrenaline and anxiety that you feel, something that you always get when you in the heat of battle, begins to flush itself from your system, and you feel that muscular fatigue that you always get after a battle. It's not something that ever debilitates you. It's just a telltale sign that you can, for the moment, relax. So you are not fatigued, and you are not mentally harmed. That was the point of the wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
But it is there, and you're actually surprised when through the closed shutters of the window in your room you see the thin line of sunlight coming from between the from the small space between the shutters, which means you've meditated longer than you normally do.
I think she'll just quickly grab all her stuff, check if she still has all of her memory potions.
Yeah, everything is there. Nothing is different. Doesn't appear like anything has been touched.
I think she'll kind of reach for one for a second of like, if I just dig a little bit deeper, and then it's like not the right moment, and then she'll close it and she'll leave the room to look for her friends.
I would say at this point, Azalea and Charlotte and the rest of you would be awake and probably getting out into the hall at this point, and the door opens and you can see Alithia standing in the doorway. Alithia, you are currently confronted with the rest of your party as they're standing like not standing like waiting for you, are busy gathering their stuff and getting ready to head down. But if you have a 12 passive perception and higher, you notice that Alithia is covered in a very fine, glistening layer, dewy layer of sweat. Something you would see in somebody in, exertion.
Charlotte does not say that. She has 11.
Sorry, what was the perception part to see it?
12.
12 or
Yes.
up if you have a passive perception of 12 or higher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do any of you?
Casper does. Casper definitely sees it. He
Oh,
he
okay.
very much notices it right away.
I do as well.
He's just gonna but he's also scared of Alithia, so I feel like
Mission accomplished.
Should be.
I think everybody should be scared of Alithia.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think maybe he'll as she's walking towards them, he'll be like, "Oh, morning training. I got to keep those muscles nice and strong, right? Morning training. You're glistening like a donut. Or maybe that's your natural glow because you're so beautiful." And he's gonna turn and he's gonna just like go back to his food and just really hope that she doesn't punch him or something.
I think she's just like standing there for a second. There's a lot of words just happened. She'll just kind of go, not interested? And she'll just sit down.
I was
Maybe he's
asking
gonna-
about your training. I often like to get up early to do some morning yoga. Flexibility, keeping mobile. It's good for your muscles. So you train in the mornings.
Here's the thing. You were dressed as a pirate yesterday. A sad pirate.
Yes.
What do you
sad
look
pirate.
like today? Because you had like the scruffy beard, mustache on, and the
Oh
the
yeah, no, that's all gone. I mean, he's clean shaven, but he still. It's like he wants to fit the theme because he's going on a boat. So he has like he put on some like more like a pirate makeup, but like like the eyeliner. But his cape is a different cape now. It's like the side cape, the naval men. So it's like the side cape, and it like joins with a like gold chain to the side. So he's got quite a thing going. And his hair is still braided, but I don't know, it looks more piratey. He made it. He didn't. He forgoed the eye patch this time. Like naval captain look.
Okay.
But in a
Lady would-
costumey way.
Lady would kind of walk over, feeling the tension of awkwardness between the two, and like looks kind of close at Casper, like, well, she might be glistening like a donut, but you got a little smudge underneath your eyes, I think, and on top of the top a little bit. It's just letting you know.
I thought it's a normal pirate's look. I mean, is it too smoky for every day, you think, or?
Is it intentional?
Yes, I felt like I was going to try something new.
Oh,
That's okay with you?
Lady like looks awkward and almost like she feels a little bad now, and she's like, "Oh, the thing is that it looks great. It looks really good, actually." And she turns to Alithia. So I think what our
He's
looking good friend here is trying to say is, are you? How was your morning? You seem like you got up and got some work done. You're just. Alithia, I don't know how to say this, but you're a little sweaty.
Oh. Right. Oh, I get yeah. No, didn't work out this morning. Woke up late. Dreams happen.
Do you want to talk about them? I actually have started a new journal, and in that journal, in the beginning of the journal, I talk about how much I love Shar and Rosalia, and then at the end of the journal, I write down my dreams. Do you want to hear mine about last night, and then you can share yours?
Sure.
Okay. So, last night I had a dream that Ozelia and Charlotte were both dragons, and they both let me ride on their back. And then Casper looked like a cute little ghost, and he was like, "Would you like to be friends with me?" And I said, "No, thank you." And the dragons and I flew away very far, and we looked so far in the distance that as we disappeared, all you saw was a little sparkle.
Cool.
Now you share your dream.
Well, it was it was a bit vague for a second. The smell was bad, and then there was a face in my face, and that's yeah. And then I woke up. That's it.
Honestly, not a dream I'd write down in the journal, but good dream.
Not really, but sure.
We're just kind of getting ready. Shar, what else do we need to do to kind of get ready to leave? Anything?
Well, and she pulls out a bit of parchment with some lists on. I don't know. I think we've done that. We've ticked that one off, and that one's
Mhm.
done. And we've got
Yes.
cloaks here, and then,
Absolutely.
I think we're good. Honestly, looking at this list here, I think we're pretty. I think no, I just think we need to show up to Gareth, tell Gareth we're here, and we go from there.
I propose a team meeting, and she looks toward Casper. And I'm sorry, Casper. I'm not saying that the meeting is about you, and she looks toward the rest of the group nodding.
Oh,
But
that was a part of the girl gang.
Uh,
Charlotte, come on. You vouched for me. You said you would vouch for me.
No, you are. You are.
okay,
d-
I'm willing.
Okay. All right.
It's just gonna
If you must,
be a little awkward.
if it will help with the trust, you may speak, and I will go into the corner and just.
No, I mean, Casper, you could stay if you want. It's just gonna be a little awkward.
Well,
No. I will give you all your time, but remember, if you ever need to pour your heart out to me, I will be there for you. Any of you.
take you up on that one. But
And then he's gonna like this and then flourish away.
Okay, guys. So here's just what I'm thinking. Look, and she kind of pats Charlotte on the back. I trust you implicitly, and I just know that you're so smart and you're aware of these things. But when we're in the high seas, I think they're kind of like dressing up as a pirate. It's very unclear to me if they are, but if they were, past pirates have dastardly actions sometimes. So if we're on the boat and Casper does a mutiny, how are we going to handle that?
I think we just kick him off the boat. We make him walk the plank, right? That's what they do on the pirate ships, don't they?
Oh my god!
Suggestion: I pick him up and throw him.
I like that actually.
The closer we get to the maelstrom.
You want to closer to the maelstrom?
No, the closer we get to the maelstrom, though, the worse it's gonna get for us. So if it gets bad, we just,
we sacrifice him.
We make him work the plank. Alethea cuts one of his hands off, and then Ozalia zaps him at the same time, so he goes flying into the sea. I've seen that before in a play. It was very tragic, actually.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm glad we're all on the same page. I was gonna say
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh, thank God! You guys all got so violent so quickly. I was thinking we like throw them in the maybe the ship has a dungeon, but I'm just gonna keep that in mind. I think we should come up with a secret word if we think Casper is being kind of weird. What do you think?
Donuts.
Donuts works. Maybe Wendy as well. Don't know why that name, but like Wendy, Casper and Wendy.
Right.
The donuts are real windy today.
That's a good one.
All right. I feel a lot better. I just wanted to make sure, and she kind of turns to look for Casper. You guys know how I am with new people. I don't know if I can trust them. Also, again, Lady is wearing, the way that her head of disguises works is it's just a hat that like fits my mood every day, basically. And then she adds the glasses and mustache on top of it as her disguise. Today, it is like an old timey like news cap almost. Kind of thing, like she's ready to write what's going on in the news. Okay, guys, I just wanted to get that clear before we got on the boat. I'm a little nervous, but she looks toward Charlotte. I trust you, your heart, and your soul.
Okay.
Just to clarify, what happens when we say the safe word? I grab him and yeet, or what's the idea?
Only when we're close to the maelstrom.
Okay. So someone says donuts, I run up, grab him, and he's gone.
I think it might mean team meeting.
Oh, okay.
Fine. Team meeting it is.
Okay.
Okay, donuts is team meeting.
Wendy Donuts. Okay.
No, you're right to be cautious, though. There's people looking for a couple of us. Bad people. And for all we know, Casper could be working for one of those, and we just haven't picked up on it yet. My gut instinct tells me he's a good boy.
Okay.
But I am aware that I am probably the most innocent of the party, and my judgment may be clouded by that sometimes. I did tell him that. I was like, "You're lucky it's me and not Alethea right off the bat," because, and that's why he was scared of you, Ellie, because I told him.
He should be.
Yeah.
If I found out he would have sabotaged the ship, he would have been gone. No crumbs.
That's why we keep you around. All right, guys.
Yes. Did you guys have a safe word for me?
No, only in my journals. But that's different. Okay, so everybody hands in. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I forgot to come up with something to say again.
Lost and Fame.
Okay.
That's what you said last time, right?
Wait,
Yeah.
what
this
are we
time let's do donuts.
Donuts.
So
Oh,
you put your
okay.
hand in, and when I say 3, we all say donuts.
Remember
Ready?
the timing
1,
was
2, 3. Donuts.
donuts.
Oh, donuts.
Okay.
I didn't know. Were we doing on 3 or after?
Okay, we're just gonna have to keep practicing that, and maybe one
Alright.
day we'll get it. The timing might end up great, but otherwise, I guess I feel ready to go.
I have a question. How far away did you have this meeting from Casper?
Probably not crazy far.
Yeah, Casper was definitely within.
Casper's like around the corner, and at least probably could hear like a word or two, but absolutely heard donuts.
Well, it's just that Lady Cardia, I don't think has an indoor voice.
Basically about this all the time.
Yes, you have like one volume level. Actually, you have 2. You have normal, loud,
it's a quiet
and
version.
11. So
Yeah, that's fair.
what is Casper's passive?
Passive perception,
Mm-hmm.
16.
Wow.
Yeah,
well.
if you would like to eavesdrop, you can make your perception roll.
I think I'll roll.
Sus.
Oh, wait.
Red flag that is.
17. Yeah, he
You
was
heard.
like a few tables down, and he was kind of like chatting up someone while they were eating their breakfast, but he was also sort of like going like this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you heard that.
Oh.
So you are fully
Yeah,
aware of the
Yeah, he's gonna
safe word.
walk back up to the group, and he's gonna kind of put his hand on two of your soldiers' shoulders, and he's gonna look back and forth and be like, "Is anyone in the mood for donuts? I was just thinking, with Alithia over here looking like a glazed donut. I love glazed donuts. Pastries. I'm a fan of pastries. Anyone?"
Alethia's gonna turn to Azalea and just go, Azalea, I need you to hold me back right now. I need you to talk me down. I want to punch this man so badly.
Maybe we should take a walk, Ellie. I can show you some cool tricks I know with the water.
Okay, cool. Cool. Let's take a walk.
Charlotte kind of just sheepishly looks to Casper and just like, I'm assuming you heard all of that, right?
Well, you all sort of, the inside voices sort of thing when you exchange secrets. It's not really your thing, apparently. I was right over there, basically screaming it.
Yes. Just, we all mean well, and just remember what I told you yesterday on the ship. We've all been through a lot, and we're just cautious and looking out for each other.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
He's gonna lower his voice and be like, "Don't worry, dear Charlotte. I understand. Does not hurt my feelings."
Okay, good. 'Cause you do seem pretty nice. So, and yeah, maybe we can do another duet or something in the future. That would be fun.
Whenever you are ready for performance, I will be your
Maybe-
backup.
Maybe a happier song next time.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, hopefully Ellie's calmed down. But
Yes, at times I have that effect on women. It's because she loves me.
God.
Yes, that's what it is.
Don't encourage him.
Guess we're ready to set sail.
Yeah, let's go, Matt.
So on your way out, you're heading down towards the docks. You end up kind of taking a little bit of a detour because it's actually a heavy trade morning. So the street outside the inn is pretty clogged with carts moving, everything from like textiles to fresh barrels of fresh fish, etc., etc. And on your way, you are actually assaulted with the sweet smells of baked goods.
How dare you?
That got me.
And you happen to pass, whether you stop or not doesn't matter. This needed to be added. You see a small sign that looks like a bag of flour, and it literally has the word flour on it, and it says, FLOUR, Flour Power Bakery. And you get the delicious scent of everything from fresh baked bread, honeyed sweet rolls, muffins, donuts, wafting out from the place. As you walk by, you see the plump and brightly smiling face of a halfling woman. You just walk on by?
Casper's gonna be like, the air, it smells so sweet. Oh, like donuts. Anyone? Donuts? No?
I'll take a donut if you're buying.
That's a good point, lady.
Is Lady Cardia sans the mustache today, or are you in disguise?
I feel at this point it's easy to assume that Lady will always be in disguise because technically her face is plastered all over multiple areas.
I
It
just
seems
love that you
on
wear
wanted sides.
a mustache because Alan can't grow mustaches. They have
No,
beaks.
well,
Oh my
it's like one of you know how party hats have that stretchy string that goes across them. It is like that. So luckily her feathers do mostly cover it, but every once in a while you'll catch where like the feathers are kind of pushed down a little bit, especially once it gets closer to her beak. So
Oh my
Yes,
gosh.
beak
not
stash.
great.
You have a beak stash. So,
I never like put together how much gold I have, but I figure like it's enough to buy everyone
have gold.
donuts. I don't know. I never like figured how much gold I have, but I'll do that later. But
it's on your character.
It says 0.
You should refresh then.
Oh.
100.
It's refreshing. But he is going to I suppose as you guys didn't really answer, so okay, yeah. He's gonna turn to the halfling or the half.
Yeah.
What was it?
Halfling,
yeah,
yeah.
it was a halfling.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna turn to the halfling and bend all the way down, and he's be like, 1, 2. Everyone wants a donut. 3, 4, 5 donuts, my dear. Your best donuts. On the road to go, we're on our way to sail on a ship.
Would you like a glistening donut, or would you like a
yes,
filled one?
glistening.
Right.
Oh, which one's filled? Anyone? Filled? You know what? Half and half.
Okay. I do just that. And she goes and she collects she gets a small paper box and she fills it with half jam-filled donuts and the other half with glistening donuts because those exist now.
Yeah. So he's gonna take the box and with a napkin, he's gonna grab each donut and he's gonna kind of twirl and dance over and hand each member a donut and then grab it and with a flair hand the next person a donut and then he's gonna pick up a glazed donut with a napkin and he's gonna present it to Alithia.
Glistening donut. Let's get it right.
Glistening donut. Present it to Alithia. And as she grabs it, and everyone has a donut, he's gonna just do a last little twirl and be like, ha. And yeah, that just made him really happy.
That was 1 silver for the half dozen.
1 silver.
So
You've scratched off a silver piece from your 600 gold that you owe us, I think, there, Casper. So you're doing well. You started well. I'm joking. No, I'm joking.
And yeah, he's gonna wipe some sweat away because.
Well,
Apology donuts? Anyone?
A lady will also begrudgingly kind of take one and snack on it.
I'll give mine to Cardia. 'Cause I imagine she likes sweets.
She does, and she will happily take both.
okay. So you head off down to the ship.
Yes.
Okay. You can see that the crew is busy getting like last minute cargo, supplies, anything and everything on the ship, and the rest of the crew is actually busy getting the ship ready to be underway. And you can see at the top of the gangplank is Captain Greygale. Ah, right on time. Well done, well done. We sail with the tide. I heard that there is a bit of, well, thanks to be given for the timely replacement of the part. I thought we would be here for another day, which is why the crew is currently frantically going about getting everything on board. So, who do I owe that thanks to?
Well, partly Ileana. She was pretty good at sorting that out. And then myself and Casper put on a little bit of performance to try and soften the blow of the cost of the parts.
Well,
and
that's
labor.
that's what I'm talking about. Ileana did her job. All she did was point you in the right direction. And from what I understand, she told him the wrong part. So
Yeah, that's true. Actually, now I'm thinking about
it is what it is. But for that, I'm going to pay you what he was asking, since you footed the bill. And he tosses a bag of coins. He tosses a coin
Toss a coin to your
to Jaskier,
Casper.
basically. Yeah, tosses it down to Casper. You catch it. You don't need to make a roll. But inside there are 700 gold.
Wow. You really didn't need to do that, Gareth, but
Of course I
I'll take
did.
it nonetheless.
I pay my debts. So there you go. You guys ready to go? We're about ready to sail.
I think so. Seems like we've been in Stormgate for a while, and one thing after another's happened, but yes.
Okay. All right. So you board the ship.
What on?
You should be able to see the map.
Ah!
Ooh.
Can you now? So
Oh, triple boat. Oh my god, there's so many boats. Sorry, I kept zooming out and there's so many boats.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice.
so
There are so many boats.
Right?
all right. So actually I need to turn. Let's turn the dynamic lighting on, and daylight mode is on. There. So now you don't have to see all of the boats. You should only be able to see the one that you're on, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So what that is each one of those that you saw was basically a deck of the ship. So what I'm going to let you guys do is explore the ship. And Sammy, try and move your token, because I linked you and Volpini. The group didn't take, clearly.
I can't even touch Charlotte's token.
Yeah, I can't see anything now. It's just black.
No, they are grouped, but it keeps moving Charlotte to that original position.
That's weird. All right, I tried to see if that... Try moving Charlotte instead of Volpini. Put Volpini back on him. Oh, it won't even let you select it?
No, it won't even let me, yeah.
Okay, that's weird. All right, I'm going to ungroup you then. There you go. You should still be able to move them independently, but... And you're saying that you can't see?
I
Casper's out
can't
there.
see anything. I don't know.
It's on. Should be able to see.
All I see is black.
Maybe
Let me just refresh.
Only because I have... Is there anyone else that can't see?
I can see. Oh, the dynamic lighting is on, so that might be what is giving people some issue.
It is, but I have daylight mode on, which means there shouldn't be darkness for anybody.
I also still can't select Charlotte.
That's weird.
I still see black.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
It might be as simple as needing to zoom out. I have had that happen before, Amy.
Oh yeah, if you zoom out, because you won't be able to
all
see
the
the
way
rest
out.
of the map. You're already zoomed
All I
out?
see is I'm zoomed like 100% out, and it's just a black screen.
Let me just make sure. I'm going to temporarily give you night vision. Because you're only a people. You're only a human.
I'm only human.
Can you see now?
Nope.
Why?
I saw it first, but then you were like, "Oh, I'm gonna change it." So
Oh,
you see
I
only
know
black.
why.
Oh.
I know why. I know why. Your token. And update. You are...
Don't put the blame on.
Casper. There you go.
Yes, I can see now.
Good. Okay. I'm gonna try
gone.
and hold on. I'm gonna try and group you guys again.
Sorry,
Hold
I'll
on.
be back.
Yeah, hold on. I want to group you again. I want to see if this works. There. Try and move now. Yeah.
No, it's pulling her away as well. She was on top of me, but now she's
That's
to this
weird.
side.
Oh, you know why? It probably has to be one square away.
Mm.
Probably can't be on the same square. It's okay. I wanted to see if it worked. I'm gonna ungroup you. You can leave Volpini there. You don't have to move Volpini. But I would like to follow someone so people at home can see. Let me switch screens so they can see it. Yep, so they can see it at all. Let's go to the overlay. So I'm giving you this opportunity to explore the ship. You tell me where you want to go. Don't worry about encounters, because you are not going to encounter anything bad now. You haven't gone into the maelstrom yet, so yeah. Who should I follow? Who's gonna go exploring?
Probably walk around the most, I'd imagine. Probably like with Charlotte, and maybe the others would follow, see if they'd like.
And this is a medium-sized galleon. This isn't even the largest ship. There are two ships larger than this. There's a large galleon and a warship. Basically a ship of the line. So this is a medium-sized ship.
You lead the way, Caleb.
So I think Oz would want to like have you guys be familiarized, because a lot of you haven't been on a boat before, have you? So maybe familiarize with like the different tiers, like of the undercarriage of the boat.
So I can preview as somebody's token. I'm currently previewing Elithia. So the folks at home can actually see what you see.
Yeah, I think Ellie has been on a ship before. She just doesn't really remember. And it also went down.
Well, you technically
So
were
I
on
think
two
Ellie
ships because you
That's
got
true.
picked up
And
by another ship. So
the second one didn't go down. But she
right,
doesn't trust boats.
I'm gonna follow since
So I
Charlotte is
think
moving around.
I
Yeah,
think
I
she's
would.
just kind of following the rest, but like she's very tense.
Yeah, I would tell
So
Ellie to kind of stay kind of near everybody so that way she can learn
Mhm.
about what we're exploring and maybe help her with
Mhm.
that
Mhm.
stress.
now I will be making tokens for the entire crew, but I was up very late finishing this map because I had so many details to add to this map. Every little item and piece of thing that you see is a separate asset that I added to the ship's map.
Oh wow.
So I went through and did a lot. Now, if you go up or downstairs, let me know because I'll be moving you to another section of the map. One of the other boats, as it were.
Nice.
But the crew is actively going about doing work. And are you going up there, Sammy?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go up there.
Oh, it's the doors are locked. Let us in. Let us in.
That is that is a pair of finely wrought doors with glass paneling, and you can see on the inside is a long table with 6 chairs around it. Ships, it's the officers' dining, which is why it is locked at the moment anyway.
Yeah.
Sammy, you can see the map that you're on, right?
Yep. And
Okay.
I've seen that locked door.
Yes. Okay. Anyone else looking to go anywhere? Let me know.
Probably want to go downstairs and explore a little more.
Okay.
I
Which
was told to follow Oz, so I'm following Oz.
Yeah.
Wherever she's going, I'm going.
Yeah. I assume that
Hush.
Casper is following behind Oz, and as she's explaining some things, he's just writing it down. Just trying to.
Ooh.
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, I found a
Also going
door.
down?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can drag me back over as well.
Are you following them downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it, but
I got
This is
you.
awesome, Matt.
What's that?
This is awesome.
Mhm.
Whoa. There you go. Thank you. Yes. So you can see, well, Sammy, you went to the floor on the deck that you were at. And why are you guys laughing?
I just closed the door. Casper.
Casper walked into like the smallest room ever, and then she closed the door, and I was like,
I
it's
didn't
like,
realize.
where you walk in the room, you're like, wow, this is nice, and then you turn around and the door's like,
Well, it looks like you found the kitchen. And there are several cabins near the kitchen. And you can see this is the main deck gun. Gun deck, sorry. The deck gun. And there are actually quite large cannons on this thing.
looks like we can go down even further too.
Yep. If you would like to go below, you can.
Oh yeah. Where's the staircase for that?
Right here.
Right over here.
Oh. Perfectly hidden.
See all over there. You are now
Another floor
currently.
down?
Yeah.
Are these more they're like cabin rooms? Oh yeah.
This is the main cargo hold. That basically is a secure cargo, but it's currently unlocked. You can see basically lobster traps. You can see fish traps. There's a series of harpoons, boxes of like lanterns, replacement ship's wheel, ropes. There's bottles of ale down here. There's a few more cabins, and actually the one that you're looking at right now that's locked, Alithia, is the brig. And you can see a small window in there, and there's basically a bucket and a hammock. About it. And I think Azalea, you found the privy and the bathroom.
2 toilets in here. We're living the life of luxury. We have options.
Wow.
You can actually sit next to someone and hold their hand.
Right, you could
Yeah.
sit right next to Charlotte, holding hands.
Oh my gosh. How
Exactly.
Romance.
Exactly. So you found the privy. And there's a place to take a bath. There's another smaller wash basin in the one with the toilettes. And yes, there is another deck, another set of stairs that goes down, as you can see.
Well.
Oh.
We're gonna have to check it out.
Yeah.
Group
Hell yeah.
poop. Thanks. You guys taking a group poop. Yay.
You guys seen Charlotte and Oz? Oh, they're group pooping right now.
Yeah, that checks out. That checks out. Now I'm going to stick you guys over there. Obviously, anything that has cargo on it is technically difficult terrain. You don't want to step in the recessed areas because those are the bilges. And, with the bilge pumps and things like that, that's where the toilets empty out to.
Oh.
So, well, it's one of the things like why there's water in there, like there's seawater, so
Ew.
that you can flush. There's a bucket of seawater.
So this is where Lady done the fix on the previous ship, right? Well, not it wasn't.
The
It
very
wasn't
bottom.
actually.
Yes,
Yeah.
technically, because the keel, the spine of the ship, is underneath this center walkway. If you want
I'll
to see
do
what
it
it looks like,
again.
I'll show you what it looks like from Azalea's perspective. So this is the ship that you'll be sailing on. Potentially having other things happen on.
No, nothing's gonna happen. It's gonna be sunshine and rainbows.
Yes, it will be all sunshine and rainbows.
Mhm.
Yes, do not step in the group poop. That is accurate. That is accurate. So, okay. If you want, I can put you all back on the main deck. If you'd
Yep.
like to go back.
Sweet life on deck.
Great, so let's do
Yeah.
it. And I gotta move you over en masse.
This is the sweet life.
There you go. You should all be on. That was convenient that you all like grouped up like that.
Yeah.
So I hope you like the map. This is what I was up late,
Really cool.
making sure
Yeah.
it worked.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I
awesome.
have like an NPC that I use is like, his name is Testis Maximus, and it's literally just a character token that I put on there to make sure that the walls and the seams are all meeting and stuff like that. So, so yeah, I test all my maps. At some point, you know what? No. If you want to look around, I'm gonna unlock some of these doors so you can see inside.
This is the real BBAG.
Testis is the real BBEG. So that's the dining hall, and then beyond that is basically the captain's ready room. says
Community
maps
that's cooking.
and things like that on it. That, by the way,
Cannons.
everything on that table is also a separate asset.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. So all of that. But as you can tell, I love building maps. Here, now
That's
I'll
awesome.
unlock this. You can go out the back and you can see the there's actually kind of like a walkway that you can go and stand on and look out onto the ocean behind. Again, those doors are like the other ones. They're a double door, but they have like small panes of glass so you can see through them. There's lanterns everywhere, and whatnot. So that is the ship. And the rest of the people at home can see all of the different decks. That's one ship. So
Take it
okay.
in before the Kraken destroys it.
So we're gonna take us back over to the RP screen.
Mm.
And yes, Testis is the BBEG. One day I'm going to field Testis Maximus, and he's either going to save the day or he's going to attack you. He has the ultimate power. He breaks the fourth wall and can manipulate maps. So let's get some ambient sound, shall we?
Oh yeah, I don't even have that open.
I have sounds prepared, everyone, as the ship disembarks from pulls away from the dock and heads out into the ocean, the deep water towards the maelstrom. And as you are as you're traveling out there, you can see the flashes of lightning and like sparks off in the horizon, and the dark clouds, that like the forever present dark clouds of the maelstrom itself. It takes you most of the day, and about halfway through the night before you actually come into sight of the maelstrom itself. And you can, let's do this. Let's get this going. You can hear the thunder off in the distance. And the captain calls everyone up on deck. Now, I'm going to go through the crew. If you'd like to, I'm going to post the names of the people you meet on this ship. Second, I'm going to post this in the Discord for you guys. Strixhaven. Here we go. Actually, should I post it in the public one so that everyone else can
Sure.
see
Might
it?
as well.
Thinking.
Yeah, I'll put
Everyone
it
can
in.
see Kaelin's
Yeah.
name as well.
I am going to post this in. So if you aren't on the Discord,
No,
join
you
it
have
so
to.
that you can see the list of the crew.
Ooh.
So there you have it. So if anybody has any questions, let me know.
Uh-oh, there's a tiefling. Uh-oh.
Are you actually, Henriette, are you actually having another thunderstorm? Man. You're having some rough stormy weather right now.
Well, someone's gonna get thrown overboard.
Did
There's
somebody say
also-
donut? I mean, come on.
Donut.
We were all eating donuts, so of course we were mentioning donuts all the time.
Yeah.
Probably why it was mentioned. I still have one donut for Ileana, but I'm sure she prefers it a little stale, so I'll keep it for her.
Oh no, she'll take it. She'll come and find you.
Okay.
At any stage of
I
donut.
offer.
But if you would
Ileana
like to
the
wait
last
until she's here
Yeah,
to
I'm
give
gonna
it
wait.
to her.
I'll wait till she's here. Yes.
Let's do
Story wise, I'm gonna save it until it's stale because he figured she'd like it better.
Yeah,
that way.
she's busy. That's the last one is Ileana, is
She's
also a
also
member
very
of this crew. So she's here too.
Yes.
But the captain basically calls a general meeting. And he gets up on the basically the flying bridge at this point. So he's standing up where the ship's wheel is. So looking down on all of you on the main deck. All right, crew and guests. Before we actually enter the soup, I just wanted to make sure. I always give this pep talk, and you can see like some of the crew are like nodding in acceptance, and a couple of them are like, aye, aye. We are as well stocked as we can be, and we are as prepped as always. Every one of you on this who works on this ship knows and understands the risks. You take them willingly because you, like myself, thrive in danger. And, well, let's face it, we want to be rich and famous. And it's hard to find another place in Sol Boreal as dangerous or storied as the Kraken-Tide Maelstrom. We've been in the soup before. We've gone in and faced the dangers and come out alive, and every time we have been richer for it. We've squared off against pirates. Not quite some pirates, but definitely enemies of East Point. And again, we've come out on top. It's what we do. The Wind Sprint is a fine vessel. She's got strong bones, and she's slim, sleek, beautiful, and fast. As fast as a ship her size can go. The only way that we survive in the Maelstrom is because we trust each other. So this is for all of you new folk. It isn't a command, but it is definitely a strong suggestion. You'll want to listen to the people who have experience in the chaos that you are about to face. I have no doubt that you are capable, but just heed the wisdom of those who have seen the storm, braved the rain, and danced with the lightning. We're going to see some shit out there. But with luck and the passions preserving, we will achieve our goal. And that is, well, if anything we've done is memorable, it's gonna be this. We are looking for the Kraken-blooded captain himself. And we carry on board this ship his daughter. And you see, you can see Ileana is kind of fidgeting a little, kind of looking sideways and seemingly not ready to speak up about that. So I don't know how we're going to find them. And oftentimes when you're in the soup, they find you. But I think with Miss Azalea on board, pretty sure that might get his attention. So do your job, rely on each other, and I think we'll pull through this. and really make our names for the history book. And when he ends the speech, the crew all cheer, and they're like, "Aye, Captain, we're with ya, and let's do this." And you hear this kind of like squeaky voice coming from above. Do any of you speak Goblin?
No.
Ah, okay. Sammy, I just saw your message.
Languages.
You can, but they stopped talking, whoever they
Okay.
are. But somebody shouted something from above. Like, and go silent. And a couple of the crew like shout up at the person. It's like, right on, Specs. And the ship starts moving ever towards the Maelstrom. By the end of the day, into the actually it would be by the morning, you guys can take cabins if you would like. There those cabins on the gun deck. You can take, like, those are bunk beds. So there are 2 beds in each of those rooms. So you can share those, or you can, most of the crew take the hammocks that are hanging mostly on the gun deck. Even the Master at Arms Shrike, who is a female tiefling, she has jet black skin. So when I mean black skin, I'm like talking like black as night, and her eyes are very piercing gold color. She tends to sleep on the gun deck in one of the hammocks. The rest of the officers have their own cabins, but she sleeps on the gun deck. She explains that it's because she needs to maintain like readiness 100% of the time. It's easy to just step out of a, roll out of a hammock right into a gun and ready to go. And they give you kind of a, they take you on a tour. They explain, they show you the powder stores. They show you all the different cannons that they have. Like, they have point guns, like smaller ones for dealing with close range and boarding parties. And then they have the big 12-pounder broadside guns, which you guys saw. And they show you, like, there are several rain barrels, so that when they're out there, they tell you they're never at a loss for fresh water because it's raining almost all the time in the Maelstrom. So they always have fresh water. That's a benefit of being out in a storm that happens all the time. But, it's dancing the waves. That's the problem. So they move you into like very close range. And, the distant thunder isn't so distant anymore. And, it's starting to get pretty loud. You can hear thunderclaps here and there. And the waves start moving. Azalea and Ileana, you do not have to make this check, but everyone else needs to give me a Constitution saving throw.
I will use
Oh.
Blessing of the Moon to reroll it.
That's awesome that you all sucked at rolling it. It's
Okay,
great.
Alethea kind of nailed it though.
Roll the 19.
And oh, that was Amy doing a perception.
I rolled a nat
okay.
one.
Oh
yeah.
my god.
Oh
You missed dinner. And and breakfast as you spend
Oh.
the night by the side of the ship or near a porthole if you are below decks, and or the bathroom.
I think he would be hiding below deck. Yeah, probably around the porcelain throne. He's not used to being on ships at all. This is not his forte at all.
Unexpected. And the waves here are pretty strong, and you haven't even gone. You're only at the outskirts.
And like
this.
his balance is all off. It's just he's getting used to it. Yeah.
And you are literally hugging this box toilet. You don't even leave this thing when other sailors come in to go to the bathroom.
Oh.
Like you are
He's like,
that sick.
why bother? I'll just need it after you.
You're like you're either oblivious or just totally uncaring, and give yourself 1 level of fatigue for that.
Oh.
It's okay. I'll take it.
It's rough. But by the end of that day, at breakfast, the cook, who is Lily LeMay, female Harangon. Clearly you have never been on a ship. Is this your first time?
Who's
Talking to Casper.
in the bathroom? Or is he
Mhm.
back up from the bathroom?
Well, you
Oh.
eventually come up onto
Drag
the
myself
deck
up.
for right around like the breakfast time, though you're not hungry. It's just that you're empty. There's nothing for you to throw up at all.
Yeah. Yeah, he's clutching to whatever is near, holding himself up, and he's like, yes, I had no idea it was going to be this horrible. Just give me something. Just some food, please. Just maybe some bone broth or something of that nature.
No, my friend. Don't worry. Even seasoned sailors have problems coming into the maelstrom. It's one thing to be on a ship traveling, normal seas, but once you get in here, you are tossed around like, a greased halfling at a half-orc bar. It is not very good. So don't feel, too bad. Your friends, the tall elf, the one that is gray and looks angry all the time, she has what we like to call stoicism. Yeah, we get some from time to time. Like she come up and she like walk forward and she like, fuck you, Maelstrom. I am not going to be taken by you today. And he gestures with his hands. I have respect for someone like that. But you, on the other hand, well, clearly you are not meant for the sea. Don't worry, you'll get your sea legs eventually, or you won't, and you're going to spend a lot of time in the bathroom.
He's hearing that he's gonna go, oh gods.
we might have to put a hammock down in the bilges so you don't, you can like bypass the hole and just go right for the pumps.
He's gonna be like, this was supposed to be my shining moment. Tell me, do I look pathetic?
You are shining, my dear. You are glistening like a donut. Apparently, you have been sweating all night, throwing up.
As long as I'm still a shining, glistening star.
You are. Don't worry. Here, what you need to do is drink this. And he comes up and he has a cast iron kettle and fills a mug. You notice that all of the mugs are weighted. The bottoms are capped with in brass. Keeps the mugs from flying all over the place. So they're heavier than normal. They'll still slide, but they are they're not just going to get toppled and blown away. Yeah, drink this. It tastes like piss, but trust me, it will help you.
Yeah, he chokes it down.
But it tastes like piss because it is actually made of piss.
He's gonna spray some out.
Kidding, I am kidding. Don't worry, I have a sense of humor and it is kind of a little disturbing, according to some of the crew. Especially since I am the ship's cook. So, yes, keep sipping that and you'll feel at least better.
Yeah, I feel like he's drenched with sweat, just like a pathetic looking rat, and he's just sitting there just like slowly sipping.
Once you're done with that...
But also he has it's kind of like going down his chin because he sprayed some out. Then he's like, ah, fuck it, okay.
It tastes bitter. It's like you're drinking liquefied field greens and aspirin.
Mm-hmm.
If you've had field greens, to me, they taste exactly like you would expect a field to taste like. So it's very earthy and not exactly pleasant. So there's like some herbs in there. You can give me another Constitution saving throw with advantage.
Okay, hopefully.
Let's see if
Also-
it actually helps you. Actually, yeah,
if
you
you're
already have advantage.
near Alithia, you can add.
Oh, it did. I got an 18. Okay. If Olivia was near, I think Casper's gonna be like, Olivia, please, please, just hold my hand. I need to be stable. You're so stoic, please.
Fine.
He's gonna hold her hand as he's sipping, and he's like, you know what? I feel better.
Okay. So you're all, having that little discussion revolving around the seasickness. And the drink did help. It settles your stomach and you don't feel so bad. And even the motion of the ocean doesn't seem to really be bothering you as much anymore. It looked like the rest of you, Charlotte, you also feel sick, but it only lasts a while. You're not doing too bad. But yeah, the DC on that was 10.
Oh.
So... Oh wait, no, you did your reroll, so you got a 22. You're good. You're good.
Yeah.
Everyone,
felt
looks like
like using
everyone... Yeah, everyone but
every
Casper
time.
did.
It's like a cheat code. But
So, I'm going to turn this over to Charlotte, who wants to do a bit of an outro.
So I know we skipped to the next day, but I think some point before bedtime the previous day, Charlotte, while she's probably spending some time with us earlier, would just kind of get up and just, she would just say, I'll be back in a second. There's just something I need to do for the night, but I won't be long. Don't worry. She'll just give you a kiss on the forehead. She would leave the cabin up onto the top deck, and she would make her way to the back end of the ship. So basically she's facing where Stormgate was. She would take a moment just to contemplate the day and losing another friend. And as she does so, she would pull out a fine copper wire. And in her mind's eye, she would have the visage of Edie there. And she will cast 2 counts of the sending spell. And she will say...
Oh. 2 counts.
Yeah. May it be an evening star shines down upon you. May it be when darkness falls, your heart will be true. You walk a lonely road. Oh, how far you are from home. Believe, and you will find your way. promise lives within you now. And she'll take the letter that Evie gave, just kind of hold it up in front of her. She'll pull out her wand with the other hand, and she'll just gently light the letter and let it go into the wind as it burns to cinders.
Okay. You get no response. And the ashes of the letter are quickly taken by the wind. And just drift off into the maelstrom. But returning to the moment at, the following day at breakfast, when Casper imbibes the liquor, the tincture concoction, you can remove the level of fatigue, by the way. You're no longer sick. And you're shocked. You're like, oh, that worked. I feel so better. And you hold on to Ilithia's hand. And just in time, looking over Ilithia's shoulder, you're like, that smile, yes. And you look over Ilithia's shoulder as you see rising from the ocean a tentacle. A giant tentacle that appears to be made of water. Then a second one, and a third. And that's where we're going to leave it.
No!
Huh.
Yes, we have a meeting to go to, my good man. So,
I'm still here, by the way. My camera just turned off, and I don't know why. I was having issues earlier, but I'm still here, and I wish you saw my face.
That's
I was
okay.
very
We still love
surprised
you.
and excited.
We love
Bye.
you through the darkness.
Woohoo!
So we'll do our outros. We're not going to do a raid just because we have a post game meeting. Let me stop Sirenscape. And Sammy, kind of close.
Oh,
Hmm?
I didn't know what you were talking about there.
Kind
I
of
know you had-
close. This is actually a homebrew monster. So it's just I have to do the combat differently. And you'll see how and why. So we're gonna actually leave it here. I want to say thank you to everyone coming. I will give everybody the chance to do their outros because we have a bunch of content creators here who are amazing and awesome. And I want to give them the chance to tell you where you can find them as well. So I'm going clockwise today. And I'm going to start with Sammy.
Hello. Hey, yes, I am Sammy or Sam. You can find me both on Instagram and Threads at Sammy by the Gram. You can find me on Twitter at Sammy on the Bird. You can find me on Twitch at Sammy Go to Twitch. If you like live play D&D, you can also catch me every third Sunday of the month over on twitch.tv/Bridges and Brigands, where I play the half-drow Hexblade Warlock, Countess, Adelheid, Elvanis, von Zigrak-Aya II. It's a mouthful. But yeah,
Yes.
as Vela would
And-
say, we support women in power. So
Yes. We do indeed. That takes us to Lady Cardia. Riley, even though we can't see you,
Hi.
we can hear you.
Yeah, just pretend that I look really cool. Hi, it's me, Riley Rose. I am a ASMR and variety streamer, and I make a lot of really fun and silly and relaxing all at the same time kind of stuff. And you can find me pretty much everywhere. Riley Rose with a Z at the end, whether it's Twitch or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or other stuff. And it's always fun. Yeehaw. No? Didn't like that?
Yeehaw.
It's always fun. Yeehaw.
Yeehaw.
That's not a thing I say a lot, so
Love it.
there you go.
Love it. And that takes us over to Azalea, the daughter of storms herself.
Yes, hello. I am the daughter of Krakens, which is terrifying that there's a Kraken in front of me. Can't wait for next week. Thanks, Matt.
Welcome.
I am Caitlin. I make ASMR content here on the internet. You can find me here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Caitlin and ASMR Kitten over on YouTube. See you at one of those two places.
Do it. Go out and do the thing.
Do it.
Yeehaw.
Do it.
And now it takes us over to Ilithia the Stoic.
Hi, I'm Virla, and I play D&D sometimes. I'm here on Saturdays. On Sundays, I'm over on DC30, where I play my Chaos Cleric, Healera, that doesn't heal, which is ironic because of her name. Then every third Sunday of the month, I play Belvedere Steely Bird with a gun. What other things do I have to say? Also have Instagram, Virla.Louise with an E at the end. That's me.
Yep. I was going to say, you didn't finish it. You have to do that last part. That's what you're known for.
Sorry.
And that takes us to Casper. Casper the Unlucky. Should we like call you that?
Yeah, in my brain, like when I first created this character, he was gonna be like very charming and stoic, and he just after the first session, I was like, no, he's gonna be a dork, and I love it
him.
so
Well,
much
you did
more.
describe him as Jaskier.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I think he nailed it in that respect.
yeah, he was always going to be a bit of a dork, I suppose. Just not this much, but I love how it turns out.
As do we all.
Yes. Yes, so I am Amy K. I make ASMR on YouTube. Amy K, like channel name Amy K ASMR. I also have socials, Instagram and Twitter and Threads. Hopefully Twitter dies. Sorry, I want it to die, but Threads and Amy K ASMR. And then I also play on Wednesdays on this channel as Illyria the Death Cleric.
Yes. Illyria is another unique snowflake.
Yes.
That dark, ashy snow that, you never want to actually see fall.
Yeah.
But yes, go check out that game as well. That's a hoot. And that just leaves me. I'm Matt. I'm Roll Positive Gaming. I do all things D&D, and I try and do charity, and I'm going to be doing more events. Stay tuned because I'm going to be doing one-shots. Plus, I'm going to be starting to put myself out there so you can actually hire me to run one-shots for yourself and your friends. So that's coming up. I'm just kind of getting the logistics and tech in order. And yeah, so go check out the Discord, join there. That's where you'll find out more about the stuff that I'm going to be implementing, and follow all my socials so that you can see what I'm doing in real time, including Threads now, which I'm digging. So check that shit out.